This is going to be Atlantic versus Pacific.
This is where it could get crazy.
The best players in Overwatch, that's why.
Do you have any idea how good of a player every single one of these guys are? It's insanity. This is the top percent of the top percent of the top percent.
Pacific roaring into this match.
The Pacific team, let's go!
The Atlantic Division All-Stars.
Time for Atlantic to strike here.
What is sure to be a blockbuster of a match.
Pacific Division not going down without a fight.
Oh, what a play! He's having a bit of fun with it, and why not bask in the glory?
Atlantic Division, Pacific Division, doesn't matter. Now everybody's smiling, everyone having a good time. It's All-Stars.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Blizzard Arena. We are coming at you live from Los Angeles, California for the 2019 All-Star Game, powered by Intel. Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Chris Puckett, and I've got the smartest analyst in the game today. I got the whole crew. We've got Zoe, we've got Brenji, we've got Sideshow back for another big day of All-Star action. You guys ready?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we had a great day yesterday, and I can't wait to see what the guys have in store for us today.
Speaking of yesterday, we had a big day of All-Stars action, so let's relive some of our favorite moments. Kick us off, guys.
This was so good. I mean, the talent takedown is our opportunity to show that we are terrible compared to the pros.
Oh, yeah.
It's an opportunity, really, for everybody to realize.
It makes them look just so much better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that. When you compare them to me, we're looking on par. I'm not going to lie. When I'm hitting shots like this, I'm just an absolute whirlwind.
Will we ever hear the end of you like hitting a few shots against silver players?
Thank goodness we're on vacation after this show. All right. Big plays coming in. Monte Cristo getting involved in that tank warfare right there. But the talent takedown, it wasn't the only battle going down on stream. We, of course, saw Atlantic start things off, but then Pacific started to kick things in the other direction, Zoe.
Oh, man, the Widowmaker 1v1, always a joy to watch. It's so intense. We had some really great stories there. Nene came really far. No one expected that. Afterwards, we saw the McCree 6v6. It was madness. I actually didn't really see a single good high noon there. Very disappointing.
And, of course, we had our fans tuning in all day long and chiming in to keep those tweets coming. We expect a whole lot more of the 1v1s going down on Widowmaker next year, says St. Jimmy. And Brenji, you got involved. What did you tell us?
Yeah, my tweet made it up, didn't it? It's happening. The 1v1 at the All-Stars. You're going to be seeing me, Gesture, battling out the Widowmaker, the headshots, all going to be kicking off on the main stage. Oh, I'm going to absolutely demolish him. I'm going to turn him into a dog's breakfast.
I don't think that's true at all. A main tank is going to be better than you with a sniper rifle tonight. That's going down a little bit later. But right now, let's send it down to the floor. We got Danny Lim, our insider, with both head coaches of Pacific and Atlantic.
Thank you, Puckett. What is up, everybody? Danny Lim here. I am here with the coaches of each division, Pavane from Atlantic Division and Coach Pajon from Pacific Division. Now, guys, All-Stars, how are you guys feeling right now? 지금 좀 심정 한 말씀 부탁드릴게요. 기분이 어떠신가요?
지금 뭐 팬분들과 함께 할 수 있는 자리에서 즐길 수 있어서 너무 좋은 것 같아요. 예.
I think All-Stars is a great time to have fun with fans and engage with the fans and it's a great place to have a lot of fun. Coach Pajon, how about you?
이런 자리에 뽑힐 수 있게 돼서 굉장히 영광이라고 생각합니다.
I feel truly honored to be able to take part in this great event. And yeah, so let's start with the questions. Coach Pavane, you know, continuing on from last year, Atlantic took over the victory last year. Is there a specific strategy that you guys could tell us about the team? 오늘 경기 좀 특별한 전략이 있을까요?
아니요, 뭐 딱히 없고요. 앞서 말씀드렸듯이 팬분들과 함께 즐길 수 있는 자리에서 뭐 좀 더 재밌게 할 수 있는 뭐 전략 같은 거 준비했습니다.
So nothing really specific about strategies. Like I said, I'm just here to have fun. So I really took the time to sort of practice and put in the time to give you guys a good match that all the fans and all the players could have fun. Coach Pajon, this is your first time in the All-Stars. How did you prep the Pacific players coming into the match? 이번 또 파존 코치님은 이번이 올스타 경기가 처음이신데 좀 선수들을 좀 어떻게 준비를 좀 어떻게 하셨나요?
일단 저희 선수 태평양이 대서양보다 훨씬 뛰어나다고 생각하기 때문에 아무것도 준비하지 않았습니다.
Alrighty, so I truly believe that the Pacific team is far better than the Atlantic team this year, so I really did not prep anything at all. All right, I feel a lot of confidence in both teams and both coaches. So why don't we do a score prediction? 자, 점수 한번 예상 한번 해볼까요? Let's start off with Atlantic. Pavane, what do you think the score is going to be?
예, 4대 2로 이기지 않을까 생각합니다. 예.
4-2. Atlantic takes it 4-2. All right. 파전?
이게 13승제였으면 10대 0으로 이겼을 텐데 4선승제라서 아쉽습니다. 4대 0으로 이길 것 같습니다.
If it was, I'm kind of sad that if it was, first to 10, that it would have been 10-0. But because it's first to 4, I believe Pacific is going to take it 4-0. Alrighty, thank you guys so much. Back to you at the desk, Puckett.
That's Bumper's coach right there. Let's take a look at Pacific starters for the day. Zoe, who you got your eyes on?
You know what? Coach is coming in with confidence, and rightfully so. Look at that squad. Look at the madness. Look at the chaos. Jinmu and Co. will bring it to you. And I mean, Jinmu, all right, he's been playing Pharah and wonky things before, so we're probably not going to see the biggest surprise there. But I always like seeing him popping off.
Keep your eyes on that far and taking a look at the reserves. A whole lot of familiar faces here, Sideshow.
Absolutely, and some amazing players as well. I want to see a lot of the DPS players pop off on some of their kind of trademark heroes. I want to see Haxel come out on the Genji, Decay on the Tracer. I want to see DM flex over and play a bunch of the stuff
Bumper
that
on
he's been known
Hanzo.
for. Bumper on his Hanzo, of course. Yeah, that's always a great one to see.
And here's a look at the Atlantic starters. I'm keeping my eyes on Fusions, but Bren, you think you could beat Pine in that Widow 1v1 if you take down Gesture?
Is water wet? Is the Pope Catholic? I think the answer would just be a blatant yes in all those regards. There's no one I can't really take on if I beat Gesture.
It's so good to see the big boss on the starting lineup, and there is your real opponent. Gesture will be battling you at halftime, but so many familiar faces on this screen as well. Good to see Dogman alongside some of the biggest names in the game. Awesome stuff right there, guys. You saw the starting lineups, but now it's time to start this party officially. Let's send it down to the floor with Golden Boy to meet our teams.
Thank you so much, Puckett. What's going on, Blizzard Arena? How you doing today? Yeah, we're all fired up and ready to go. I know that I'm excited for the All-Star game. And you know what? Let's just jump right into it. And let's welcome out our 2019 All-Stars to the stage. Are you guys ready? Yeah, let's do it. All right, so starting off first, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Atlantic Division Reserves. We have Mono, Gesture, Cruz, Saya Player, Dogman, Neko, Dante, Meko, Animo, Nene, Prophet, and Fury. And now, welcome to the stage, your starters for the Atlantic Division. First up, it's Poco. Next up is Jonak. Next up, Pine. Welcome to the stage, Fusions. Next up, Arc. And finally, Carpe. And now, the Pacific team. Let's welcome them out to the stage. First, starting with your Pacific Reserves. Welcome to the stage, Violet, Sinatra, Slime, Haxel, Twilight, DK, OG, Shu, Space, DM, Super, and Bumper. And now it's time for your Pacific starting six. Welcome to the stage, Gu Shui. Next up, Ryu Jaehong. Followed by Fleta. Next up, Yveltal. Next, Amon. And finally, Jinmu. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your 2019 All-Stars. Starters, go ahead, take the stage. It's now time to get into it. I hope everyone here is as excited as I am. We're gonna be treated to some quality Overwatch, and I couldn't think of two better casters to drive us through the action, none other than Uber and Mr. X.
Thank you very much, Golden Boy, and welcome to the commentary booth here for the All-Star game presented to you by Intel. And I'm telling you what, Matt, incredible talent out there on the stage. We have a big league. We have a lot of players, but this is the best of the best chosen by you, the fans, to go head-to-head now in our flagship match.
Yeah, and I think we have some awesome players in the starting lineups, the reserves. It'll be fun to see them get into the mix. I think for the Pacific, I want to see Super and Bumper out there at some point together. It's great to see like Carpe going to be able to probably play some damage dealers, which you haven't seen in a while, see Pine back. I think it's a great opportunity for the fans, for us to see a lot of these players play their signature heroes, let loose a little bit.
And you can see just how strong the representation from the Chinese region is in our Pacific roster here. A lot of very popular players, a lot of very impactful individuals. Yveltal, known as one of the best main healers in all of China. He has a huge reputation over there. Obviously, we've seen plenty of Jinmu, Amon, and on the other side of the stage, of course, you've got our All-Stars who, some of them are coming back for their second time. A lot of members from the NYXL, for example. Pine making his return to the stage in a proper competitive 6v6 format. We saw him in the show matches yesterday, Matt, but now this is essentially we're going to be looking at the games as they're played normally in the Overwatch League.
Yeah, I mean you'll get a chance to see Arc and Jonak and Pine back together on the stage. So see the map set here presented by Toyota. It'll be Nepal to kick things off, and then the loser will pick the next map. So the loser map 1 picks map 2, etc. as we go on. I'm interested for the Pacific division. You have Gushui and Amon, both main tanks. What do they play? Do they even play tanks? Do they come in, just play whatever they feel like?
Matthew, that is an excellent question.
It'll be very interesting to see. Also, good to see Fleta out there. For some reason, doesn't start on his own team. But
we haven't seen him at all, really, for the Seoul Dynasty. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they should consider putting him in. It's quite good.
Here we go. Our first of 4 begins here on Nepal, and we're out of the gates. The Atlantic Division will be in the blue, Pacific in the gold. And straight over to the point here, Pine on his famed McCree. Carpe with a Hanzo, which we haven't seen from him since playoffs last year.
And Gushui on his trademark Zenyatta. So no, that actually doesn't happen.
That's not a trademark.
So we'll get to see some changes here from the Pacific. You have Amon, who's usually a main tank. He's playing Genji. And then you have Jinmu playing the Wrecking Ball here, which is just funny to see. But good to see Carpe here on the Hanzo, picks up 1. Pine gonna grab another one. As the Atlantic, they've come out with something pretty serious here. Everybody on the Atlantic playing the roles they actually play. Wonder how long the Pacific stays on this. The only one who makes any, well, Fleta and Jayhong, they make a ton of sense, right?
Me and Gushui are birds of a feather. He's playing Zen, so the rest of his team can play what they want. I have to respect it. Straight out of the playbook.
Just like you, the team will lose.
Well,
they continue to do that, so.
As much as you'd like to pretend, Matt, you were on that team as well. Yveltal is brought back into the fight. Pine has a Deadeye here. But again, a little bit difficult to sort of make peeks out here. Fleta will try and keep him out of sight. Pine trying to wrap around the left-hand side, but straight away there's going to be a D.Va in his face, and the defense matrix is going to cancel it out. But he gets himself a nano boost. He's putting out more damage, and he's more durable for the time being, but he doesn't elect to stay in the fight. The Atlantic Division, though, are looking very comfortable so far in this round, already at 46%.
I mean, they're looking comfortable because the Pacific has no idea what they're doing on these heroes. I mean, Poco's got a grab coming up, so you'll have grab Dragon for the Atlantic Division as, Amon going to have a Dragon Blade now, so finally we've gotten a Blade. See, this is going to be the kill here. Nice shots from Pine. He's so good on the hit scan heroes, right? Like Widowmaker, McCree, Soldier 76. It's really great to see him play those again. Here's going to be the Blade from Amon as he sees the sound barrier, the Graviton Surge, and he runs away.
Yeah, interesting little combination there for the Atlantic Division. The Dragon Strike even being committed. Hey, Fleta, gonna drop rated down on Jonak, he had no chance to respond. The barrage delivered. in a matter of seconds. And now the Pacific Division, off the back of some, large ultimates, are in position to take this point. But again, when your opponents use 3 teamfight winning ultimates and get no one with them, you probably expect to be able to win.
All right, this is what I want to see. Carpe on Tracer. Last year, Carpe on Tracer just kind of ran through the league. Incredible player. I mean, he finished like in our top 3 in MVP voting. This year's played just really a ton of Zarya, considering what the meta is. But his Tracer's unreal.
I don't want to pull a wolf here, but if you see him on BK Stars, it was plenty of Tracer being played by him back when he was playing in his home region in Korea. However, it's a different story here, different level of play. For better or for worse, I'm not really sure. Carpe's found Gushui though, early on. Recall used on the pointer, but he's found yet another one. That's huge. Both supports down to Carpe's Tracer.
So you got the Nano Boost here used again on a Fusion, so the Pacific have to back up the point, but at 97%, it is not looking good for the Pacific. This will be the Atlantic, who are now, we're in overtime here. Players just kind of trickling their way onto the point. This will be the Atlantic that'll take this point 1.
That's right, Fusion's putting in the work there. Jinmu attempting to try and stall that out, but it's not enough. Atlantic starts strong here. This is a a first to 4 series. We'll play until one of these teams has 4 maps. This is only 1 round of Nepal though, and there's still another at least to play on this map.
Yeah, so see what both teams decide to do as we move forward. Do we see something a little bit more serious from the Pacific? All right, so this is what I expected the Pacific to do. I know Eamon in the past, he was a diva player, but now he's so good on the Wrecking Ball. You put him on the Wrecking Ball, you get Gushui on Winston. It's a composition that doesn't really make a lot of sense, both main tanks in that role. Usually you play the Wrecking Ball as solo one, but why not? For the sake of All-Stars, let them play their best heroes, see what happens. Carpe gonna go over to Genji now, can play some projectile DPS, so is Pine now going over to Tracers. So you're gonna see like a different version of like a dive comp for both teams, but something we haven't seen in a while.
Carpe's Genji, not something that often gets bought out of the tool shed. It was normally his off-sider, EQO, playing projectile-based heroes. But Gushui goes down early here. We've seen his Winston. It's quite scary. In fact, we saw what it did to London in our playoffs here, our quarterfinals for Stage 2. Dominated them in a big way. Playing here, player who's been sitting on the bench for some time, still loved by many. Gets to show us his Tracer.
Oh, I mean, how many clips did we have of Pine last year? The big boss just coming in. Ilios on McCree just taking faces, is lit up in the sky. He's just shooting rockets. Him and Evil Talon just flying around here, and they can't seem to find anything. As you got the Nano Boost again. I wonder who JJoNak decides to give it to. He's been giving it over to Pine over and over.
Pine just tried to put a pulse bomb on Jaehong there as he pushed him as they came out of spawn. Didn't quite work out. JJoNak into trouble. He forced to use a Bionic Grenade to keep himself alive. Flatter, most of that barrage being cancelled out by the defense matrix, but he's still able to find one. And then after the fact, it was Fusions that was felled by his flurry of rockets. The Pacific Division moved to the point to resurrect Amon, and they will capture the point.
Yeah, you only get a 19% for the Atlantic Division. So a quick flip here for Pacific. They'll have some ultimates going into the next fight. They're going to play Sombra in the All-Star game. I mean, they definitely want this map pretty bad.
Dishonest gamer. But Jimmy can do what he wants, to be honest. I'm fine with that. He's a huge unit.
So I'm sure the Atlantic's been practicing, right, on how to counter these Sombra Wrecking Ball, Winston-based compositions that we always see, right?
Well, the EMP makes the Atlantic Division pretty useless if they get hit with that one. Jimmy's going to shut down a heck of a lot of mobility, most of all. That's what the Atlantic's team composition is very good at doing. Jimmy's going to go for the EMP. He gets Arc, Pine, and Poco, preventing Pine from recalling or even sort of dashing around, but it looked like the follow-up from the Pacific Division was a little delayed. If at all, they lose Fleto. When they really wanted to be trying to shift into a new gear, they have to resurrect him.
The sound barrier is actually going to connect on JJoNak here. He's not going to live for much longer, though. Arc should drop at the hands of Gushui as well. Carpe does have this Dragon Blade to use. He's going to pop it out now.
Trying to look for Evil Tal here, but skitters away. Just dashing through. Goose was able to get rid of Carpe though, but he was so low on health. Pine just had to tap him and get the job done. This Tracer from Pine's looking pretty darn good right now, I won't lie. Oh gosh, it's been a long time. We have seen it. He's played on maps such as Temple of Anubis before for NYXL.
You know, it's so different now to see like all the damage dealers in, where all we really see now is supports and tanks, where it creates a lot of different like one-on-one scenarios on the outside of the map between these heroes, where those one-on-one scenarios, it really comes down to like that individual skill, where we see Pine on the Widowmaker all the time. He's so good at it. Nano Boost here on On to Fusions, jumps right on top of Jaehong. So he knows that Yveltal, yeah, this is not
deep trouble.
Not a good spot to be in.
Well, the issue for Yveltal there is he's got no teammates to sort of glide over to.
That was such a, yeah, but I mean, Fusions sees him and Yveltal just kind of like, oh, well, I'll just go for the rest.
Also, there's a 2-second window where Mercy can't dash to another ally, and Fusions actually just walked up and started hitting him so he'd be able to follow with a jump if there was something like that. 73 to 70 now. The Atlantic Division are catching up, and they've got a self-destruct plus Primal Rage, but it's a 4-player EMP connecting from Jinmu. Fleta, how does he follow up on it? He gets rid of Poco's mech, and now Fusions is looking worse for wear. He's forced to go for the Primal Rage now and get that temporary boost of health, but they have to run away. He has to join the rest of the Atlantic Division now, as it looks like they're going to cede the point.
He's going to have to back off of it, but they do end up pushing Jaehong out. They're not able to get a ton of healing on the Fleta, so now that Fleta has fallen. Gushui, though, has Primal Rage. You saw what he did with it last time, and Eamon's going to have these mines as well for the point. Is Pacific trying to flip this bad?
Put to sleep. Nice dart connection from Jonak, and Gushui can't do a darn thing about it. He won't be woken up either. Does get back into the fray, and a couple seconds left on his Primal Rage, but Jonak seems unperturbed as the sound barrier came out at just the right time. Nicely done by Arc, and Jonak now is going to get splattered by the barrage of rockets, flooded with 2. Pacific now moves to retake control of the point, and there is a very small window for the Atlantic Division to keep this round going. It's got to be in the next 2 seconds, though, and it had to be Pine to stall things out.
Yeah, Pine will get a touch. You do have a Poco self-destruct as well here. It's going to dart to the side, then get on the point. Dragon Blade here from Carpe, able to get one, gets a second. That'll be both supports down for the Pacific.
That's perfect from the Atlantic Division. They lost control. They had a couple players. Pine had to keep the point going, but now they bring the cavalry and some of those important fight-winning ultimates. Carpe finding 2, very important, and a self-destruct left on the point. It's a bit of a presence, even as she goes here for the Atlantic Division. And that map, pretty much theirs from the get-go. They knew what they were doing. They knew what compositions they wanted to come out with in the Pacific Division. No lack of skill on that roster, but perhaps a little confused as to how to proceed. Poco there looking very pleased. He's grown out that beard. Not too shabby at all. Off-season is caveman time, apparently. We'll be back after the break with our next map in this series. Don't go too far. This is the Overwatch League All-Star.
The Overwatch League is powered by Intel. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Great news, guys! Upper Deck is releasing the first ever Overwatch League trading cards on June 19th. All-Star viewers can get a sneak peek and download 2 exclusive All-Star Hero cards with a QR code on your screen until midnight on May 17th. The first set celebrates Overwatch League's inaugural season and introduces an extensive achievement system. Keep building your collection to get exclusive avatars, limited edition cards, and other rare content. Find out more at upperdeckstore.com/OWL.
Welcome back, everybody. Danny Lim here. I am joined by 3 amazing players. I have Bumper, Carpe, and Jonak joined on the stage with me. Alrighty, Bumper. You guys, Vancouver Titans, are still undefeated in the regular season, but you guys unfortunately had a loss for the Stage 2 playoff. Would you say that that had sort of an effect on your team in any sort of way? 이번에 아직까지도 저희 또 밴쿠버 팀이 전승 무패이긴 하지만 이번 스테이지 2 프로브에서 아쉽게 패배를 하게 됐습니다. 좀 그게 팀에게 좀 어느 정도 영향을 미쳤다고 생각을 하시나요?
그렇게 큰 영향은 없었고 그래도 뉴욕을 꺾고 결승까지 간 거에 대해서 그냥 좋게 생각하고 있어요.
It really didn't have much of an effect. I'm just really happy that we were able to defeat NYXL and go into the Stage 2 finals. You know what? That's the regular season. This is the All-Stars. We're all here to have fun and enjoy ourselves. Bumper, what sort of fun characters or heroes are you looking forward to play on stage today? 오늘 아무래도 또 올스타전이기 때문에 좀 더 즐기고 또 재밌는 경기를 하기 위해서 또 다들 오셨잖아요. 범퍼 선수 좀 어느 재밌는 영웅을 좀 하실 생각이신가요?
그래도 제가 좀 자세하게 모르는 다른 팀 선수분들이 있으니까 다른 팀 선수분들이 하라는 영웅을 할 거예요.
Right, because this isn't my team, and I am going to be taking on the stage with many other talented players from different teams. So I'm going to just play whatever they tell me to play. So whatever, anything, DPS, healer, or anything they want to play, you're gonna just do it. All right, okay. Carpe, did you hear about Bren and Gesture's Widow 1v1? 그 위도우 1대1전 제스처 선수와 브랜 선수가 한다는 거 좀 들으셨나요?
네, 아까 더그아웃에 있을 때 제스처 선수가 한다고 얘기한 걸 들었어요.
So Gesture did tell me in the dugout that he was going to do a 1v1 Widow match with Bren. So my question is this. Why don't you give a little tip to Bren? Any tip as one of the best Widowmakers yourselves? Any tip for Bren? 자, 아무래도 또 카르페 선수가 또 리그에서 좀 최상위에 있는 위도우 선수이기 때문에 좀 팁을 한 가지 주자면 어떤 얘기를 해주시고 싶으신가요?
그냥 머리를 맞추면 돼요.
Bren, just click heads. Simple enough. And very, very true, right guys? Very true. Jonak, for you, you know, last year you were one of the top rookies and your season MVP last year. If you had to choose this year, who would be the rookie of the year for 2019 season of Overwatch League? 작년에 오버워치 리그 시즌 MVP 또 최고의 루키로서 이번 년 최고의 루키를 좀 보자면 좀 만약에 게스트를 할 수 있다면 누구라고 생각하십니까?
이번에 리그 시즌 2가 시작하고 이 친구 좀 잘하네 했던 친구가 딱 한 명 있었는데 친구는 아니고요. 트와일라이님이라고 밴쿠버에 지금 서브힐러.
Alright, as soon as he Lee started and I started watching the games, I did see someone that was really talented and really good, and that would have to be Vancouver Titans Twilight, will be the rookie of this year. Alrighty, that's it for me. Everybody, give it up for our players one more time. Mitch and Matt, back to you guys.
Thank you, Danny. It's pretty rare that you get 3 of those guys up on the stage at any one time to hear from them, so that's quite exciting.
Bumper's the best.
That's kind of what this is all about, right? A celebration of the talent that makes the Overwatch League what it is, and a chance to for us to see them at their head and have a bit of fun with some of these matches. Bumper, you know, implying that he, you know, could just be playing anything, which is very exciting. Remember, there's
Bumper-esque. Yeah, I mean, he does that during the regular season as well.
Josh. Our analyst Sideshow claims, though, that was purely intentional, the switches to Hanzo. So,
look, I mean, Vancouver's just dunking people so bad in the regular season. Just let him do what he wants. I mean, half the time he's playing Hanzo, they already have 3-0, so it's a big deal. Just to remind you guys, we do have you know, the Atlantic Cup 1-0 so far in this series. So the Pacific does get to pick map 2, which I believe is Kings Row. So Kings Row be coming up next for us.
Before we get there, though, let's play a game.
Oh.
Do you want to play a game, man? I like games. Let's play Who's That All-Stars. There's 2 divas here at the head-to-head. You have to guess.
All right, so
they're both All-Stars.
So these are stage 2 stats. Both of them are All-Stars. Ooh, the numbers are really similar.
They are they're almost identical. You're getting trolled, to be honest. You got 10 seconds, though. No pressure.
One of them, I would say, no, the Ultimate's getting too low for Fury. Give me Fury in space for these.
I say Poco in space.
Okay,
yeah.
Here they are. I got one.
Not even close.
I got one.
I mean, they're so close. You did. Nicely done.
I thought one of them was Fury just by the ultimates negated. I should have probably selected Meko as the other one because space on the Valiant's dying a ton, way more than 3 times. So. All right, here we go. We got subs now coming in.
We're gonna have a lot of them.
Yeah, so subs going all over the place. So Fury now coming back in for the Atlantic. You get Neko from the Toronto Defiant in the flex support role. You get Nene in for Pine, so NYXL just got everybody
Just
here
the
on the Atlantic.
most charming smile.
Gesture, you got to get him some gameplay,
Absolutely.
right?
He's trying to warm up.
Warming up for the Widowmaker here as Animo comes in for Arc, so the NYXL former main supports, swapping in and out. Then Dante and the Outlaws will come in for Carpet.
And on the other side of the stage, some substitutions here. Super comes in for Jinmu. San Francisco Shock main tank. Space will also hit the stage here. Los Angeles Valiant flex tank. Sinatra, of course. You can't have Super without Sinatra. Will make up the deadly duo from the Shock. Haxal coming in here as well for Fleta. One of the most frightening Genjis. One of the most frightening Brigittes in the league. And Slime comes in here for Jaehong. He's probably given us some of the most exciting sort of environmental kills, boops with Lucio. And then Violet comes in here for Gooseberry. Violet having a stint on the Widowmaker at the end of the Shock's
I like this lineup.
By the way, this looks nasty.
I like this specific lineup's insane. It's, you know, you get some of the best players, obviously, in the league on both of these teams, but just kind of like the lineups they can make with all these players. Like, Kings Row coming up next is, like, scary. Like, imagine that lineup of, like, a regular season play. Like, where I think, well, actually, with Space, Super, and Sinatra up there, you probably have 3 players who will be on the Team USA Overwatch World Cup team. Like, I would be pretty surprised if those players are not representing Team USA. So, a little bit of a look.
Huge for Super, moving up, of course, to...
Yeah, he's had the come up of a year, huh?
Absolutely. Big turnaround for him. So, there are your rosters at the top of the screen. Kings Row is going to be our next map of this series, and on defense is where the Atlantic Division will start. And this is a beautiful team.
The Pacific knows that this is not, we're not tracking the stats for this match. Okay, here we go.
Couple switch ups here.
Yeah,
that's
good.
right.
Okay,
you thought it was going to be triple tank, triple support. Come on. It's all stars, baby.
And
Let's get it.
does Nene know that he has something that Gesture has something way more important after this, that he has that Widowmaker 1v1, that Gesture should be playing the Widow here, giving him some run.
Yes, I'm sure Gesture needs some time to meditate before taking on the most mediocre player that he could find. Sinatra down to Dante. Remote Mine is an easy finish here. So the Atlantic Division playing this sort of bunker-style defensive setup.
As soon as you join the Outlaws, you just have to play Junkrat, evidently. It's kind of the solo rule that they have over
Dante's such an incredible player because he plays everything. He actually grinds and practices every hero. Here comes the dive, though, for the Pacific Division. Dante's able to get Super with his passive ability. So when he's eliminated, he drops mines, and Super's just walked into those. That would be probably slightly embarrassing. Or something to remind your teammates of.
I love this, though. I mean, this is kind of what we're seeing right now is like the meta that we saw a lot of last year with like Orisa compositions on D, some pretty heavy dive on the offense. Sinatra, spawn killing his former teammate. Pulse bomb on the wall, not going to get anything. Fury will have to back up, but great to see him back on Tracer. I think this is the hero, like, Tracer and Zarya are, like, I think his 2 best heroes.
So, how about that one? Nene off to the left-hand side is able to pick him off, playing that high ground. And the Atlantic Division aren't playing around the point so much as they are just trying to control the high ground. The Pacific Division is trying to remediate that, and that is a nasty Violet grenade coming in from Violet, connecting with Fury, Animo, and Dante, preventing their healing. However, Nene's just clicking heads.
You're gonna have a Nano Blade coming in soon. Is Murray emoting a little bit here?
This is a very aggressive positioning for Nene.
Yeah, that would be a very aggressive position. That's a Brenji positioning there. Once you start hitting a few shots, right? Start to feel it on the Widowmaker. Haxal with the Blade, Violet with the Nano Boost. This could get nasty. Haxal, one of the best Genjis we have. Getting a little bit low. Yep, gonna get him all healed up, then get him ready to go.
He had a Discord orb on him, so I think he just waited for that one to time. And here we go. Nano Blade from Haxal. Immediately, the Transcendence comes out. Neko, he doesn't want anything to do with that. Fury, though, is taken down. I think he was around the corner and away from the line of sight to benefit from the healing of the Transcendence. And that's that. I mean, as soon as Haxal pulls out the blade, you know your days are numbered.
Oh, yeah, it's an easy as a fight win as you can get when he's got the Nano Boost, the Dragon Blade. All right, so now you make some changes here for the Atlantic. Gesture will play Winston. That'll be a Pulse Bomb right in Neko's face, so they'll have to back up all the way. Super here, Primal Raging. So you want to push up, get control of those spawns, but Now you'll see a little bit of a dive composition from the Atlantic team on defense. So I'm excited to see Gesture play Winston. Gesture, I think probably his best tank is Winston.
I think so.
I would say, yeah.
Sinatraa just cycling through all the heroes he sort of played a lot of last season and before he got into the league.
Yeah.
Tracer and then Soldier 76 for 2 heroes that he played a lot of on his team called Selfless. Selfless Gaming, remember that? Defran was on it as well. We saw him and Defran actually swapped between the Tracer and 76 eventually. Sinatraa, very prolific DPS player.
EMP here for Dante, gonna ruin everybody's fun.
Yeah. This, honesty. Oh. Okay, just a hack on Violet there.
Super's gonna have words for him later.
I like it though. He prevents Violet from sneak darting his Winston, so Gesture sort of can jump in and get out without being caught. And there's another pulse bomb. This time it's from the other side of the breach. Nene connecting with Space after he was demeched.
Yeah, but if you're the Pacific, just keep letting Hacksaw get these nano blades off. I mean, you have what? Just Animo getting close to the sound barrier to prevent it on the Atlantic. You do have the EMP as well, taking all the abilities offline. Nano boost used here to Gesture on defense.
Dante tries to hack a vacated mech. As Space sent in the self-destruct. No good there, but that Nano Blade is online for the Pacific Division. And the Atlantic Division have to be playing around, just preparing for it, because here it comes! It's a 6-man EMP though! Haksal is essentially grounded, forced to try and fight a health pack, but that's also hacked as well! Completely shut down! Dante held onto the EMP for just the right moment, and we remember his antics on the Sombra last season, Matt, for the Shock. We know he's a monster.
Yeah, you got the former Shock teammates on the stage, right? Super and Sinatraa obviously still on the Shock, but I know Dante traded in the offseason. The Shock have so many good players, you didn't even need Dante, which is kind of crazy to say, because if Houston could have had Dante last year, they probably would have loved that.
I think so. San Francisco definitely brimming with talent. Young, hungry talent right now. So, Pacific Division still able to push through despite having much of that sort of last setup shut down and have a self-destruct. So not a whole lot to be going on with right now. Slime's already used a sound barrier, but the Atlantic Division were in no position to contest.
You know, Violet getting the nano boost, like before Hacksaw will get another blade, so maybe you see them give that to Super. Let Super jump into the back line, kind of like what we saw the Atlantic do to Gesture, and now we're going to see them do it again. So both Winstons jump by each other, both get the nano boost.
Now, Super, though, is actually able to get a kill. He found Neko in the back line, but then is able to find 2 very quickly, and both supports have been taken out of the picture for the Pacific Division. Dante with the follow-up in the Atlantic Division will solidify here. And now, where is he opening? Now, Matt, we're talking about team compositions. We haven't actually seen in a little while here. Pacific are playing like a pure dive composition. Let's have a look at this replay. Nene just wreaking havoc.
And when you watch it, like, it was so interesting, you know, when Nene's playing in the Widowmaker match yesterday. I think the guys on the desk were like, well, like, he's so good. Like, when does Pine, like, get a go? And then, like, you think about NYXL, like, what I loved last year, you know, Sabiel beat Right. We've seen him in a World Cup in the past. He's so good. When are you going to see him come in? Nene just plays all these DPS heroes at such a high level.
Remember, this man on your screen, Jester's going to be picking up the sniper rifle later on to take on our very own Brennan Hook in a grudge match for the Centuries. Really, we just had to get someone to shut him up.
I believe there's no rivalry between Gesture and Bren.
No, I don't think
there's
Bren's
very
even
little
on his
connection
radar.
between
However, Matt, we had to get someone to shut him up, and production told me I have to promo it, so I did it. I need to shower now, but I did it.
I think it's going to be great, though. As I don't think Bren stands any chance, but I think the only person in this room that believes Bren stands a chance is himself. Super's going to get EMP'd as he goes into the back line, not able to stay alive much longer, as Space will fall as well, so see how strong an EMP can be.
Yeah, but this EMP isn't really backed up with a lot of things, right? Right now, when we do see sort of, you know, triple support plus Sombra in our compositions throughout the league, stage 2 especially, EMP is usually comboed with an ultimate to follow up, like an Earth Shatter or something big, but now it's being used to kind of stop the Pacific Division from doing anything.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's used for when the Pacific Division wants to get aggressive, they just EMP the players in position,
Well, Animo taken down by a pulse bomb there in Pacific Division now. Blood is in the water and they're looking for the finish on this map. Only 30 seconds remain and Haksal has a dragon playing Neko. At least he got it over with quickly, Neko. You gotta at least be thankful for that. Now, Fury will try and stall out, remain on this payload for as long as he can, and go for the self-destruct. Great sound barrier. That's going to allow Fury to get back inside his mech, and he got the kill on Haksal.
So So you do have the sound barrier now coming in for the Pacific Division. Primal Rage now as well. Super just trying to push players back as you're getting very close to OT.
Meko in trouble here. Tough for him to get away, but he's putting damage on Super now. Super will chase. Prevented from hitting for a moment, but he gets away from the EMP. Gesture, though, is going to flatten Sinatra as he lands on top. In the Atlantic Division, looks like they're going to hold solid here. Haksal tries to challenge on the payload, but he's hacked and can't do too much. The Doomfist would have been great to see, but his options were taken away. Slime tried to get there, but was shoved backwards. And the Atlantic Division will hold. Pacific aren't able to finish the map here, and it's quite interesting. We saw Pacific go for that full dive setup, Matt. The Genji Tracer. It fizzled out towards the end of the map. But we'll see another half coming right up as the Atlantic team go on the attack. Available only for a limited time. Our All-Star skins for 2019 are looking pretty darn good. Snap those up. Last year it was Genji Tracer. This year it's going to be Mercy and Lucio. I love the themes. It's a lot of fun to see them out in-game.
Oh, yeah. They look awesome in game.
Now, back to Kings Row. This is our second map of our All-Star game. The main event where the very best of our Pacific and Atlantic divisions go head-to-head for bragging rights and, of course, much, much more.
So the Pacific there was able to get 2 points and then get pretty much all the way to the distance there towards the end. So on defense, they are going to play the bunker composition here with Sinatra on the Bastion. He is laughing hysterically on the stage. The Atlantic Division, we'll see what they decide to do. Once they see this, they probably won't be that happy, as this is a very difficult composition to get through.
This is a composition
even with a team that is coordinated.
This composition is seeing play. Almost this composition is seeing play at higher SR brackets on the ladder. Pro players have sort of pointed out that Orisa's presence is definitely increasing. The Atlantic Division, though, want to play dive, and I respect it. I really do. Need a same composition the Pacific Division played on the attack.
I respect it. Will it work? Dante very low before he can even make it close, so...
Well, Matt, the Pacific setup here is kind of designed to negate a dive composition, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, you can just play with the Junkrat up on the high ground as actually Neko hits a sleep on the Sinatraa, so you can see it there a little bit. So he's asleep. He also gets biotic grenaded, so
he is awake.
No healing. Yeah, he is awake now. You do get the immortality field around him as well.
Well, I wonder why you don't just leave Sinatraa sleeping and then dive on the rest of the Pacific Division. I mean,
they tried. It's just the Junkrat. There's a ton of damage there as well. I mean,
perhaps they didn't wake him up. Trade out there. Dante's gone down, but Nene's still able to set up on the point here. Super's been brought back into the fight, so now at least there's a pivot for the Pacific Division to sort of rally around as they try and put together some sort of defensive effort. Sinatraa, he's got on a tank configuration, and Jester realizes he's about to enter an entire world of hurt. So he's playing around a corner, trying to stay safe, but Bastion hits very hard when he transforms. You see an amplification matrix even thrown up on the point there. We're not really sure how they're going to fire through that one now, but it will force the Atlantic Division to play carefully.
Yes, Sinatraa is dropped to the low ground, so you got to get him back up on the high ground. The Bastion is Nene. Oh, this could be a big
found him!
up.
Sinatraa down, pulse bomb connection, and Nene, it was a chance encounter in the back halls of this little hotel. But it might be enough now to unravel the Pacific Division's hold on point A, and Haksal knew he would be struggling to escape from Gesture there. Remote Mine might have given him a bit of time and escaped. But that'll be that. Point A will be captured by the Atlantic Division, and they will be able to move that payload out of the garage.
And let's see what the Pacific Division decide to do now. As Sinatraa moves away from Bastion, he'll play Doomfist.
Oh, baby.
Doomfist is, I think, when you watch somebody like a really good Doomfist play, it's one of the most fun things. Is Gesture asleep, Riptire coming in.
Oh, that is
pretty
bad.
poorly, yeah.
That is...
He's like, there's nothing he can do.
He's laughing right now. He's giggling. So for those watching at home, that's not necessarily maybe the most optimal use. However, there aren't many ways to sort of immediately burst down a Winston. Dante's able to get rid of Sinatraa there as he charges through the Doomfist as he tries to hit the Rocket Punch. It's a great way of avoiding what would definitely have one-hit him.
Trying to chase down Space real low. He'll make it out alive. Space with a self-destruct here to use in the street space. Haksal committed to this Junkrat.
What do you think about the Junkrat now we're into the second phase of the map?
Look, the Outlaws won a ton of games last year just playing Junkrat, right? I mean, especially on this side of the map where the street space on this part of King's Row, it's a lot of like close choke points. Junkrat puts down a ton of damage. So.
Dante, we found him, nicely done. Raking the blade across Haksal. Slime though, he's up for this. He wants to take the 1v1. Dante sees the health pack, but Slime standing in between him and it. He's gonna have to dash away with 30 health, but it looked more like he was limping. Still, in the meantime, Sinatraa went down there. He opened the fight up by getting the finish on Gesture. Doomfist, his initial impact is generally quite high. You can knock some into a wall, you're likely to finish them off in one hit.
Oh, now you got Haksal playing Tracer, so want to make it back, contest here. If you're the Pacific Division, is no ultimates online for anybody just yet. Gesture, Nene, Fury as well, going to get them for the Atlantic, so big advantage for the Atlantic here.
Sinatraa does not connect on his initial Rocket Punch. This makes it a little bit vulnerable right now. Self-destruct thrown in. Oh, Violet, you saw him running for the hills, but he couldn't get away from that one. Super now, running on empty. Nene is going to enter inside the Cone of Silence, Winston's bubble, and make sure he gets the finish. Slime's going to be eliminated now as he couldn't get away fast enough. He wanted to hang around and try and stall things out, but the Atlantic Division are well set up now to finish things off here in Sinatraa. Now, you weren't that. You know you weren't that.
All right, get the health pack. Keep myself even alive longer. Run away from the point. So I do not know how Sinatraa will get back to help his team. A Meteor Strike. He slept again. So Fury is now dancing in front of him as the cart continues to move. A Rocket Punch miss here. A D-Mech here as Fury has now found himself.
There is no one who likes to drop the twinings more than him. So that was fitting.
Oh, what? Come on!
Echo gets him again. This time Sinatra's team is trying to protect him. The look on his face right now is that of utter dismay.
Get away from Neko.
He's Meteor striking onto a health pack. Big brain plays.
He's been slept for most of their defense.
Yeah.
He slept again.
Yeah,
he slept again.
He got woke up this time, but his eyebrows are at risk of disappearing into his hairline at this rate. He can't believe it.
You know, Nene has gone over to McCree now to try and counter this, where they've just slept him over and over again.
Oh, Neko's got to be loving this.
Oh, it's too good.
Dante has a Dragon Blade now, and Neko already used the Nano Boost in the prior fight. It looks like Gesture is kind of the priority for that ultimate's designation. But Dante can get plenty done here with just the blade, but he'll have to pull it out. Matt will save it for a rainy day now as Axel drops in a
the Nano Fist.
Sinatra, is this his revenge? Is he going to
get him?
Fingers?
Get him!
He didn't get him. No. Not yet anyway. Sinatra going down there to Gesture in the Atlantic division have stalled out a little bit here. This time it's Super having a bit of a sleep. Huxel forced to translocate away from danger. Gesture has Primal Rage available, but doesn't want to use it to prolong his lifespan there. He'd rather regroup with the rest of his squad.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Neko's sitting at 8 enemies slept so far. Pretty solid game. So, you know, Violet's only got 5, so he'll have to pick it up in that regard. But what do you do? I mean, you're going to have, like, so many ultimates here for the Atlantic Division, right? You kind of weather through the EMP storm that came, as that'll be a hack that goes down on a Dante, so no blade.
Look at that, everyone's getting the heck out of dodge here. Fury, self-destruct over the top here. This will be a flashbang. Sinatra suspended in midair and able to take action.
Super dead.
Nene predicted not only Super's jump in there, but Sinatra's Meteor Strike, so nicely played. Dante, that Dragon Blade, he's been holding on to it. Sharpening it up. Sound barrier going to come out here from Slime. Perfect response. It was only Sinatra who didn't benefit from that one. And Sinatra's not in the thick of the action right now. He's sitting back there in a safe sniper's post. And the Pacific Division now are starting to make the Atlantic sweat a little bit here, Matt.
And this is already down to just 1 minute on the clock. So now that Haxel has another EMP to use, that's pretty much a guaranteed fight win for the Pacific Division, right? You turn off everybody's abilities. Pretty good as
pretty good, as they say.
Sinatra, yeah. Sinatra.
Turn into a walking pork chop.
It'll have some Widowmaker battle on the other side here. Nene now playing Widowmaker, so...
I don't know, I like Nene in this one.
Yeah, I kind of like Nene in this one as well.
Let's see. He's got a contest. Oh, there it is, over the top!
Yo, Sinatra just went crazy on the stage with Super. Like,
I mean, for these guys, it's, you know, not only are they stage 2 champions, the San Francisco Shock, but now they get to have this kind of fun here with, you know, the stakes aren't nearly as high. They get to show off. They get to play with people that they respect, you know, from other teams. They're going to be loving it.
Now
10 seconds left in the Atlantic.
Now that he's been awake, he's made an impact, Sinatra. Spent half the game being slept on Doomfist.
He's a growing boy, Matt. Got to give him that. EMP for Haxel here could end the Atlantic's push before it begins. It's going to be 3 players caught by that one, but great sound barrier from Animo, protecting Fury, Neko, and Nene, so they aren't going to be taken down, or their lack of ability to use their stuff.
They woke him up.
Jesse's going to jump in there as well. Sleep Tower was good, but Fury's pulse bomb is better. Self-destruct, should I say, from Fury. He's found 2. And now that card's going to sail on home. The Pacific Division have to do something about this now and stop it. Haxel kept it stalled for just a brief moment, but Sinatra won't get there. Plenty of shenanigans there towards the end of King's Road, but it will come up 2-0 in favor of our Atlantic Division in our All-Star game.
And a Gesture, though he wins map 2, he's got to get warmed up. He's got that big battle against the Renji, the Widowmaker 1v1 coming up soon. Is the Atlantic, they go up 2-0, but I think the real battle's coming at halftime.
Oh, no doubt about it. This boundary on your screen is about to head into what I really, really hope will be the easiest 1v1
Come on, Gesture.
His live. Gesture v Brennan Hook after halftime. We'll see you for that one. Stick around. We've got much more to get done today.
The Overwatch League is powered by Intel. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Blizzard Arena, make some noise. We are back in the building and ready to keep this party rolling. It's Puckett at the desk, and I got the whole team. We've got Zoe, we've got Bren, we've got Sideshow. And so far, Atlantic looking pretty darn good, Zoe.
They do indeed. And I think a lot of people online have been saying that the Atlantic team is most likely going to have the upper hand. I actually didn't really believe it. I thought that we're going to see a lot more chaos spread by Team Pacific. However, it looked like they just all went back to dive, and everyone still kind of went for comfort picks, so not a big surprise anywhere.
I can respect it, though. You know,
Yeah.
they don't want to play the triple tank, triple support on
No,
the
that's
stage.
good.
They wanna
I
give the people
appreciate
what they
that.
want, You know, they want to give the people.
But I thought we can branch out a little further.
Yeah, I don't want to see Orissas in this game. Fashions I'll accept. But let's take a look at some of the big moments. Josh, walk us through some of the keys from Nepal.
Oh, I was looking at Pine at the beginning here because he was coming out playing the McCree, went over to the Tracer. I love seeing Pine play. He's got such a flashy style. And then this, what is Eamon doing on Genji?
What? That's not a wrecking ball.
No,
Yeah,
not at all.
This confused me in multiple ways, of which I can't disclose on broadcast, but I enjoyed every moment of it. The Eamon Genji, the Eamon he plays Wrecking Ball to a high level. What can't he do?
I was
win,
dinking
apparently.
start to finish. Among, of course, had his Wrecking Ball stolen by Jinmu, who is not on fire during this game. Good to see our DPS switching into those tank roles.
It was certainly strange the first rounder. The second time, we got Bren's wish. We got Kushui on Winston, and we got Eamon on Wrecking Ball. And
I mean, I personally really like Kushui and Lucio, to be perfectly honest.
yeah, or Zed. I mean, the Pacific Division did work there. They came back. They had
made a lot of interesting switches in terms of their heroes. And maybe it's just the roster. They feel that there were a lot of overlaps.
Now, I love this roster that the Pacific Division fielded, actually, because it's like an amazing blend of the support line from the Vancouver Titans and from the San Francisco Shock. Haksal, Slime, and Violet subbed in there. And also the front line of Super Space and Sinatra is probably going to be the 2019 World Cup USA front line.
It's basically everyone that was playing in the Stage 2 finals, plus Space, who's
plus
at the bottom of the leaderboard.
Yeah. I mean, Puckett got really excited. Puckett got so excited. We saw Doomfist not once, but twice as Sinatra and Haksal shared the Doomfist duty. It was beautiful to watch.
Yeah, it's great to see players with confidence playing heroes that require some big confidence. Now, Josh, we had one specific moment that you thought everyone could learn from, not just Super. What was it?
Yeah, I'm afraid to call Super out, you know, because I'm sure he's got a ton of excuses. But let's take a look at our insights powered by Intel, and I'll try and explain to him what went wrong with this play.
Okay.
Because here we are, Super dives up top, and then he's up with a Junkrat. Now, I don't know if he knows, but Junkrat has a passive ability called Total Mayhem that you need to keep an eye out for in your ranked games. Let's see this again in slow motion. So Super, he kills Dante. What are these on the floor?
Oh, no.
It's the passive ability, the mines. You gotta keep your eye out for that. So Super, you know, he's got the kill on Dante, but he needs to keep himself alive.
Phenomenal.
What would be a bad idea here, Brent? Probably walking
walking on
the
those,
mines.
yeah, yeah.
But he gets body blocked by Gesture a little bit. He thinks the shield's gonna save him. No, it doesn't. Sad faces all around.
Aww.
So I hope everybody learned from that, and particularly Super, stop dying to passive ability.
Wow, I learned so much.
It's a gift from bronze to the pros. Josh with some incredible insight. Well, guys, that's going to do it for our first two games. But we have a special Game 3 coming up next. Are you ready for this, Bren? Because after this, we just see a Gesture take on Bren in the Widow 1v1. Let's get the official predictions before the match kicks off. Josh, starting with you.
I think it's going to be a very close 7-0 to Gesture. I don't know how you think you can even take one off him. If Gesture tries, you're going to get squashed.
Zoe, what about you? Where are you going in this one?
You know, unlike Sideshow, I actually have some faith in Brent. I do think you get one kill.
Thank
so
you.
I'll make it a 7-1.
7-1?
Gesture. Yeah, I'm being generous here.
On the pre-show, I said you get at least 2 kills. How many kills do you think you get?
I'm probably going to get all 7. I'm going to close the series out pretty single-handedly, obviously, because it's a one-on-one. But in this case, you know, I've got a lot of respect for Gesture as an athlete, you know, as a fellow UK, you know, guy who's repping the UK in a certain sense. You know, a lot of respect goes out to him. We hang out quite often. You know, he's a cool dude. I don't really want to do him dirty on the stage like I'm about to, but it's just going to have to be.
Blizzard Arena, are you ready to witness a massacre? It's going down in-game. Bren versus Gesture when we come back live from the Blizzard Arena.
Hey, man, what's up?
You need anything for today?
Nah, man, I think I'm set. Big day today, man? Yeah, huge. Let's play some Overwatch.
It's the moment that some people kind of sort of have been waiting for. It's Bren versus Gesture, and it's me, Golden Boy, and Sideshow on the call. I can't wait. This is going to be an absolute disaster.
Oh, it absolutely is. I can't think of a more uneven matchup than putting one of us, even Bren, who was actually fairly decent yesterday, against a legitimate pro player. People don't realize how much better the pros are than the average person. and Bren is, honestly, I think Bren's worse than the average person.
Yeah, it doesn't get any more average than Brennan Hook, ladies and gentlemen. Now, what you're seeing here is some great highlights from Brennan. Yes, he was popping off yesterday. I will say this much, though. You can't see it on the screen, but at this point in time, this is when Bren's head started to just grow more and more.
Yeah.
And here's Gesture. He's got one play, and it's all you needed. Wait for it.
Boom! Absolutely destroyed. You know, the biggest loser of this entire 1v1 is Soon, because that clip's just going to be on repeat in everybody's mind. And whoever ends up actually taking this match is going to have the joy of saying that they were better than Soon, when he's not even here to defend himself, Golden Boy.
Before the walkout, Sideshow, who do you think is going to, what you said it was going to be 7-0.
Oh, I already gave my prediction on the desk. I'm not just predicting, I know it's going to be 7-0. Unless Gesture deliberately throws, in which case we should start fining him for every kill that he allows Bren to get in this situation.
Oh, it's going to be great. Well, I'm excited. Let's welcome your two players to the stage, and let's get this bad boy rolling on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Bren and Gesture. Oh, my word. I mean, I'll tell you this much. Gesture's got the gun.
He certainly does. He's got that self-confidence.
All right, let's down to Dan.
Are you guys excited? Blizzard Arena, are you guys excited? Yeah? Hey, just out of curiosity, before I talk to these guys, who's rooting for Team Brenji? You got some supporters. Team Gesture, anyone? Team Gesture. Okay. Alrighty, guys. This is gonna be a good match. Bren, do you have anything you want to say to Gesture before you head onto stage?
Listen to me, listen to me. I go by many names, many terms. The Brenji, the Widowmaker. But all that matters at the end of the day, all that matters is I'm the cream of the crop. That's right, the cream of the crop. I'm gonna be rising to the top in this Widowmaker 1v1 matchup. It's not even gonna matter what happens at the end of the day, because Gesture, you're gonna go down.
Do you want to throw this at Bren? 던지고 싶으세요? 한번 던져요. Throw it to Bren. Throw it to Bren. 한번 던져요. Gesture, how about you? Do you have anything you want to say to Bren before you take the stage? 자, 브렌에게 한 말씀 부탁드릴게요.
일단 스코어는 7대1. 한 판은 져주려고. 내겐 그거밖에 없는데.
Bren, it's gonna be 7-1 because I'm just going to lose one game on purpose. One easy one for you. Alrighty, guys. Good luck, both Bren and Gesture. Good luck to you guys. Go on and take your seat. Bren versus Gesture, Gesture versus Bren. Who is going to win? We will see right now. But for now, let's head over to Golden Boy and Sideshow.
You know, I think that's a poor decision there, Gesture. You shouldn't give Bren one. Like, there's no reason to do that. Just shut this down.
Yeah,
it's
have
enough.
no mercy. No mercy whatsoever.
It's enough. We have to end this here. Or else we will, how can we as a business operate if Bren gets one kill on Gesture?
You know, I hate to put it in people's mind here as well, but statistically, Bren is favored in this matchup. I mean, look at the deaths, look at the scoped critical hit accuracy, look at the final blows. What do we do with ourselves here, Golden Boy, if Bren somehow wins this matchup? I know it's almost unfathomable, but there may be a universe out there where it occurs.
There are 14 million different versions that this goes, and I tell you what, in all 14 million, Bren loses. Okay.
I totally agree. Oh, look at the hype squads behind each team as well.
All right, Bren's got some cheerleaders there.
A lot less cheerleaders.
Yeah, I think it's more like these are people that are just going to be criticizing him the whole time, whereas Gesture actually has some support, you know? I think that's the difference between the two.
I loved watching the Widowmaker 1v1 yesterday and seeing the little hype crews behind everybody as well. They get more invested than the players do, I think. You know, Bren, Gesture, these guys have got to focus. They've got a task ahead of them. They've got to annihilate the opposition. For Space and Sinatra, who has stood behind Gesture, they're just going to watch somebody destroy someone.
I think Fusions wants the up-close personal view of domination from Bren. Oh my word! Oh, welcome! You thought it was gonna be a cakewalk! You thought it was gonna be a cakewalk, Bren! You're trash!
Welcome to the Overwatch League, Brennan Hook. These are good players you're playing against now. That's the face of somebody that's mentally out of it after one death.
This is, like, what is going on? Oh!
Ooh.
Bren
was not even looking in the right direction.
Let's check in with Bren real fast. Bren, do you hear me? Bren, are you there?
What happened there, Bren?
Pause. We've got to reset this now.
Okay, Bren, do you hear me?
What am I doing wrong here? What am I doing wrong?
You're alive. That's what's going on. That's what you're doing wrong.
All right, listen. He's not living in my head rent-free. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
What is your game plan here, Bren? What is your game plan? If you were to run me through what you're thinking.
I got to stick to my game plan coming in. Crouching a lot and staying hidden. He's got to be the first one to appear, right?
We just started and it's 2-0.
Go for these shots.
Bren,
you want a little bit nervous.
You know what? Let's just go back into the game. He's delusional. He thinks he's going to crouch and win?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't even know where Gesture was coming from this time around. And we got to get back in the game very quickly because Gesture's probably going to take the third kill within seconds.
All right, well, Bren's slowing down. He's playing a strategy of just hiding the entire time, which, hey, you know, do what you got to do. Believe in yourself, but, and Bren is definitely full of that.
He certainly is full of self-belief. I've never seen a man with a higher self-belief to skill ratio than Brennan Hook.
Oh, Gesture has him in his sights. Oh, no! Gesture let that one slip. No. What? Put your headset back on, boy.
You got a game to play.
What is this? You're down by one.
This is going to be a very long game if Bren pops off after every single kill. Having said that, maybe it won't be, because that might be his only kill of the entire event.
Okay, Bren has one single. Okay, he's gonna get picked right here. Okay, never mind. Still gonna be in this one.
The grappling hook shot is a little optimistic there from Bren.
Playing the angles.
A lot of crouching. It feels like we've finally got into the proper territory of this match. We've got a game on our hands.
I hate that you said that. Oh, he pops up right behind him. Oh no, this is not looking good. Remember, it's the headshots only. They're right in front of each other. They're both missing. What are these shenanigans that we're witnessing right now, Josh? But Brennan connects with the shot. He's trying to save this, but he's gonna get absolutely demolished by Gesture, who goes up 3-1.
Incredible individual skill from both of the players there. Both just firing shots past each other's ears, making each other scared. It's the intimidation game that's being played here, Golden Boy.
Yeah, definitely.
They didn't just miss 17 times each.
Gesture creeping around on the outside now. Good to see if he can get the shot, but connect with Brandon. Okay, so hook, and he lands it right to the dome.
Dogman's got some wise words there for Brent. Pat on the shoulder, needs to keep things calm if he wants to come back in this match.
Boy, oh boy. This is not looking good. Bren doing his best English football team impression. It is not coming home. Bren trying to nail that angle there, sideshow. This is not looking good. And Gesture gets it.
Gesture's really running away with it at this point. 5-1. He lent him one earlier on in the game, but I think Bren's tactics aren't quite working out. And he's messing around.
His hands on the.
He's messing around with milk again. I don't know what Bren's up to.
Yeah, and it's like creamer. It's not even milk. Oh!
It's just getting nasty at this point. It's bullying. It's bullying.
It is not good. Bren, what is going on, buddy?
One more. That's all I need. One more, I can bring it back easy.
Bren, what do you think is going wrong right now?
Golden Boy, I can hear you patching in, rival patching in. What's going wrong right now?
Yes.
Listen, I think his side of the stage currently is louder than mine. I'm gonna need some more cheers from the crowd at least to pump me up here. Again, I got 1 point on the board. That's all I need to bring it back. We know it's possible. I know I just gotta hit these shots easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It's gonna happen any minute now, Golden Boy. Don't you worry.
Bless you, Bren, for your delusion. It truly is a thing of beauty. All right, well, we're back in it again. The crowd cheering Bren's name. Why? We'll never know. But here we go. Oh, here.
A great opening for Bren there. Got Gesture weak, but that doesn't really help. And the Widow 1v1. Gesture up top. But they know where each other are now. It looks like Bren's going for a bit of a flanking angle as well.
I'm going to say this. If Bren gets 2, he will never live it down. We will never be allowed to accept this world.
It's risky as well what Gesture's doing. The grapple shots into the air. If you don't land your shot, you've got a very predictable arc on the way back down.
Doesn't connect with that shot there. Dangerously close, but Bren gets 2! Oh, my word! Oh, my word! Bren gets 2!
I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's 6-2. He's still losing, Golden Boy.
Oh, yeah, no, he's getting obliterated right now. Okay, Bren, you picked up the second one.
I picked up the second one, Golden Boy. Now listen to me. My throat by the end of this, I'm not being funny. I'm going to need some paid leave after this. I don't think I'm going to be able to work the rest of this event. I don't think I'm going to be able to speak on the desk after this. Because when I come back from this, when I bring it back, when it becomes 7-6, it's going to be in the history books. Gesture, I'm going to be taking this spot. Not as a main tank. They're going to put me in permanently as a Widowmaker. They won't need anything else.
But Gesture's a tank, Bren.
I don't care, Golden Boy. That's not the point.
Okay, yeah, all right, sure, man. You do you, boo. All right, let's just go into it. Godspeed.
It is match point here, though. If Gesture manages to take one more kill, he will have put Bren firmly in the grave and hopefully deflated his head as well. Ooh. So close there. Just one little peek, and it could all be over for our talent takedown MVP, Bren.
He knows where he is. Gesture has the beat on Bren. I'm pretty sure Bren, completely unaware, kind of like the way he lives his life on a daily basis.
Oh,
there he is. You see,
drops down. Risky to take that direct head-to-head. Gesture's got the high ground.
Have you seen this man try and make a frozen burrito before? It'll give you an idea of just how horrible this is going to go. And there you have it. All is right in the world. Gesture is your winner. But Bren did manage to get 2 kills onto Gesture. Sideshow, what did we just witness?
I think we proved here today that even a main tank, somebody who does not have to aim on a regular basis, could bop any other human being who isn't a pro player at a Widow 1v1.
I think Bren was just humbled today. Gesture is your winner. Let's send it down to Danny to get some thoughts.
Thanks, guys, everybody. Let's give it up for Bren and Gesture one more time. That was a great match. Pretty close. You know, it wasn't close. It wasn't close. It was a pretty fast game. Bren, how was it? How was it like playing with an actual pro player, 1v1 Widowmaker?
Not gonna lie, Danny, that's probably the most nervous I've ever been, ever. And I've worked the Overwatch League Grand Finals. I've been on ESPN, ABC, everything else. That didn't even come close. There was just an immense feeling of fear as soon as I stepped into the server with Gesture. He is just an alpha male in every single regard. And I was panicking the entire way through. So I'm even shocked that I managed to get 2 rounds.
Do you feel like your head size is going to kind of get smaller after this a little bit, or no?
I mean, I have a pea-sized brain and I have a pea-sized head after that. It's not even close. It's deflated down to just tiny levels, minuscule levels.
Gesture, how about you? 좀 어땠나요, 경기 해보니까?
생각보다 브레인이 잘해가지고 7대1로 이길 줄 알았는데 7대2로 이겼습니다.
You know, Bren, Gesture is saying that you're actually really good. So he thought that he was going to win 7-1, but he actually took another point from you, 7-2. So great job, everybody. Give it up for Bren and Gesture one more time. Back to you, casters.
He keeps on giving him credit. That's how you have to stop it, Josh.
Yeah, it's no good. You need to properly crush him. To be fair, though, I think Gesture definitely did.
Yes, so we are now going to get some instant analysis from our Widowmaker expert down on the floor. It's Zoe.
Thank you so much, Golden Boy. Yeah, I have a small illustration for you guys so we can take a look at where it all went wrong for Bren. So I prepared this. We're in the game lobby, and this is where it went wrong. He joined the lobby against Gesture. This was the first mistake he made in this crucial battle. And then afterwards, he did the second mistake, walking out of spawn. This was the second step to being decimated. And from then, you know, the story just unfolded once and another one. Come on, Peak. Come on. Yeah, there we go. And it just kept on going. It was the gift that kept on giving, and unfortunately, Bren also got 2 kills. Not quite sure what happened there. But yeah, this is pretty much a big breakdown of where Bren went wrong. Back to you guys.
I think we could go even further than that. Perhaps, you know, the day he was born, but that's a whole different kind of thing altogether. But it was super fun. Josh, pleasure, my man. Love you, dude. All right, we're going to go to a break. We've had a lot of fun here, but the fun doesn't stop. The All-Star game continues, and we'll see you on the other side.
The Overwatch League is powered by Intel. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
welcome back from the break, everybody. I'm Emily, and joining me are 4 of your All-Stars from the Pacific Division. I have here with me Yveltal, Jinmu, Guxue, and Among. Now, the 4 of you are the first Chinese players to represent your teams at All-Stars, and all 4 of you have been picked as starters. So how much does it mean to represent the Chinese Overwatch community on the All-Star stage? 那东东你来回答这个问题好吗？所以这是我们第一次看到4位中国选手代表你们自己的队伍。那么同时呢，你们4位也都被选成为首发，对吧？所以这个对你来说，能站在首锋先锋全明星的舞台，意味着什么呢？
很开心，然后希望明年有更多的中国的选手来参加这个全明星。
I'm very happy to be here, and I'm hoping that next year we'll have more Chinese players joining the Overwatch community. Now, the next question is for Among. Now, the Chengdu Hunters were really close to making it to Stage 2 playoffs, so will we be seeing you guys in Stage 3 playoffs? 那么上个阶段，成都猎人差一点点就进入了第2阶段的复赛。那么你有信心能突破第3阶段的复赛吗？
第3阶段我们的对手都很强，对我们来说很有挑战，但是我们很有信心。
In Stage 3, we have a lot of very serious competitors, but I'm confident and I do think we'll be able to make it to Stage 3 playoffs. Now, our third question is for Jinmu. Now, Jinmu, we all know you're a very impressive fire player, but I know for a fact that you're afraid of heights. So how does it feel when you play Pharah? Do you get vertigo? Do you get scared? 那么金木，我们都知道你打法机当然很厉害，但是我同时也知道你有点恐高，对吧？所以你打法机的时候会不会感觉很恐怖呢？
不会感觉到恐高。
Thank you. No, I don't. I don't. Yeah, I'm not afraid of heights. All right, and our final question goes to Guxue. Now, Hangzhou Spark has made it to their first stage playoff in Stage 2. So how big of a confidence boost does this give you going into Stage 3? 那么杭州闪电队在上个阶段表现得不错，你们进入了复赛。那么你对进入第3阶段有什么感受？有什么心理优势呢？
我们有信心进入第3阶段的复赛的，而且会取得更好的成绩。
I have full confidence that we'll get into Stage 3 playoffs, and I'm sure that we're actually going to do even better than the last stage. All right, well, thank you guys so much. 谢谢大家, and good luck to all 4 of you in Stage 3. All right, throwing it back to you guys, Mr. X and Uber.
Thank you very much, Emily. Great to hear from some of our Chinese players, and we definitely hope to see far more come out of that region. If you just joined us, you might have missed the video game equivalent of people somehow finding a way to be excited that water is wet. And Bren got hammered by Gesture in the Widow 1.
2 is more than I expected.
2 is more than
I expected.
But even a broken clock is right twice a day. Anyway, we're at halftime here in this series.
Give Bren a year. Give Bren a year. Let him run it back.
I'm deep run it back. Him right now. Doing it. It's a DMCA takedown because we've got some real Overwatch to be played on the stage still. Halftime is come and gone. And here is our substitutions for map 3. Meko coming in for Fury.
Yeah, you got subs all over the place here for both sides. Meko from the NYXL. Flexang comes in. Dogman here. Coming in for Nekos. The Powerade matches.
That is
matches the Atlantic jersey. That's phenomenal. Side player. Hopefully we see him on the Widowmaker. Coming on in. Mono. He looks very tired. You gotta give Gesture a break. You gotta give Gesture a break. Gotta give Gesture a break. He was just dumpstering the Widowmaker 1v1. Cruz will now come in.
Harrison Pont.
Yeah, good to see Cruz and Fusions were behind Bren going crazy. And yeah, Prophet will come in. I believe it's the first time we've seen Prophet in the series, so it's good to see Prophet get in there.
Yeah, it looks like all of the reserves are getting a run.
This is what I'm excited for. Bumper coming in the game. Don't want him to see play tank. Want to see something different.
DK.
Yeah, he's going to come in for Sinatra. Hopefully we see his Tracer coming up soon.
Los Angeles Gladiators. Zarya player, but also very proficient DPS player. DM comes in for Haxal, our Widowmaker 1v1 champion for this year. And it's Twilight as well. Flex support extraordinaire. Yes, from the Vancouver Titans.
Jonak was saying to look out for him, potentially be a Rookie of the Year candidate for this season. Jonak, you know, your MVP, Rookie of the Year, he was everything last year. So strong. So this next map that'll be coming up in the series will be Paris. So you can take a look at our maps thus far. Both wins coming for the Atlantic. Remind you, this is a first to 4 series. as Paris will be next. The losing team picks the map, so the Pacific pretty good at picking these maps so far.
Well, plenty of opportunities still to get themselves back in this series. And this is an assault map, so we'll see these teams sort of fight over 2 consecutive points. That is a taxi. Actually, here's a fun fact. In Brisbane, Australia, where I'm from, we do have like a public transport system that goes across the Brisbane River. They're catamarans, but the idea is not overly new.
They don't look like that.
Well, okay, yeah, but look, it's not hard to make something that resembles a taxi that can go on water. It's not that futuristic.
Here we go. Bumper on the Wrecking Ball. We don't even see him play Wrecking Ball for his own team. We see John play the Wrecking Ball for the Vancouver Titans, but he'll be playing it here.
Yes.
It's Twilight on the Sombra, so loads of DPS here.
Well, the reason why Bumper plays Hanzo on his team is because I think Janu is the only sort of Wrecking Ball player on that team. In fact, one of the first to ever use it in competitive play. So he normally plays Hanzo instead. That's why that happens. But he's practicing clearly, Matt, so he can keep that main tank from.
I mean, now I think if you were to kind of get Bumper behind closed doors and ask him, does he want to play Wrecking Ball or Hanzo? I think he'd tell you he'd love to play Hanzo. He loves to play the damage dealers. Twilight with a hack here is Prophet on the Bastion. Interesting, they don't have a Batiste here, so they're going to be playing Mercy Zen with their Bastion, well, the Atlantic Division.
Twilight having to get a lot of hacks done from the point, really not being looked at all. Sire player, VDM. Could have had Carpe VDM in that head-to-head, but no, we'll have to wait for that one. EMP connects with Dogman and Cruz, and Dragon Strike thrown at the point, but the Atlantic Division, well, they can limp back into this fight now as Meko is brought back to life. Mane will need to step forward, though. They'll need to set up a new shield on the point here, but Dogman going down to space as Hanzo. I don't think there's much chance of them holding here. They lose Cruz.
Melee him!
Meko's got 2 kills on the point, Matt.
There's no way he turns this. I mean, maybe he's got the health back. No, not a chance. I mean, look, everybody from the Pacific is already spawned in. I mean, Prophet now in on Tracer, though. So we've seen Prophet do crazy stuff on the Tracer in the past. So nope, loses the Tracer duel.
Decay is very low.
What is happening?
Meko takes him down, essentially. Finally falls, but Meko got almost
Now we go back. We get the point. Okay, here we go. Now it's starting to resemble a game. Pacific, they'll take the first point. Pretty good time as well. Over 6 minutes in the bank here to make a play for point B. So you still got Bumper here playing the Wrecking Ball.
Adamant. I mean, you can set up the Wrecking Ball on the point to sort of swing around there. It can actually be kind of hard to get Wrecking Balls off of this part of the map once they're in. Sire player going to use that infra site. So the Atlantic Division know exactly what Pacific are trying to set up here, and Sire was able to spot Twilight. Probably got him as he came around a corner.
Sire's going to pick up another one on the Slime, so that goes your support here for the Pacific Division. Pacific, we're running a solo support now, going to change things up. So Twilight's damage dealer experiment.
They
now we'll
see him
go back
rolling.
to Ana, yep.
They hate him.
Yeah, I mean, that's all really Bumper's done so far, just roll around. So CV continues on the Wrecking Ball. Space also playing in the off roll, playing some Hanzo.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh!
Well, they mentioned that. He just gets, it's all right. He comes back. He'll be good to go now.
It's all fine, it's all fine.
Not a chance he loses that next duel.
Sire player will wait by the door here. And you can see he's got plenty of backup. That Venomine place was actually spotted, so here's the Dragon Strike. This is going to force the Atlantic Division out of position. Maybe force them to fight on the point, which is right where Atlantic want them. Space is taken down by Meko, though. So this defense still looking good. Space has died twice in quick succession. This time he can't be resurrected. And Pacific have to play at a player disadvantage, while Decay looks for an opportunity to charge up that Dragon Blade.
Yeah, and Dogman didn't want to end up using his Transcendence in that scenario to kind of go through the mines that Bumper had put down, as they felt like they were in a pretty good scenario to hold, so you still got the Transcendence here.
Bumper curing
Twilight gets low. Space now on the Hog. Good to see him back on Hog. Hog on the ladder is getting a ton of play because Orissa's getting a ton of play, but I don't think that'll transition into professional play as time goes on. The ladder and what we see in Overwatch League, way different.
Well, yeah.
All right, so you think everyone's going to come out in Stage 3 with Orisa Hog comp?
No, but if you think about it here, a lot of the composition we see in the Overwatch League began in contenders and in our Tier 2 sort of divisions as they were ahead in sort of patch.
I think, though, once you get to the professional game, I think, though, it's just way too coordinated, like way too much teamwork to make some of those comps work. I was going to say...
unbelievable.
I was going to say you had a Nano Blade set up. don't anymore.
Genji, his model is hard to hit. His headshot hitbox is very small. Saya player is finding them all over the map right now. And look at his team's peel for him. That is beautiful.
And the grapple over the mines there. It's a Bumper. It's his second minefield of the game, I believe, so far. I got nothing with both of them. The mines you see just kind of laying around inside is... No, a lot of times going off the clock. They had 6+ minutes for the Pacific Division. Really good offense. This
is so aggressive, man.
The way he's played, I mean.
Bear in mind, Wrecking Ball doesn't have a headshot hitbox when he's in ball form. It's not until he pops out. So it's very hard to burst him down rapidly by getting critical hits on him, which is what Saya player is aiming to do with Widow. That's how she functions. That's a Dragon Blade. Oh yeah, Cruz could be in trouble. He quickly darts out of the way in midair. That Moth didn't want to go anywhere near that kind of light source. Decay's able to get one here, but he's stunned up briefly by Prophet. He's holding on towards that deflect. But look at this, Prophet giving him a lot of trouble. Decay still comes out on top, but Dogman from the top rope comes in. Gets rid of him, but it's traded out here. The Pacific Division have the player advantage, but they're going to be waylaid a lot here with Mano. And he got woken up in Primal Rage. This is going to end really badly for Pacific.
Oh, this is looking really good for the Atlantic Division. You're able to hold on that defense where Pacific ended up using a lot of their ultimates as Cruz here, just trying to... Oh, so they actually jump on some of the mines so he can get some healing,
get
back closer towards Valkyrie. Yep. So you get Mono really low, large HP pool, heal him on up. So
you just don't want to get 2 mines at a time, just one at a time.
Bumper now will play Winston. The Wrecking Ball Hog experiment's over. Then you tried Wrecking Ball D.Va there for a push. They haven't been able to deal with this Widowmaker from Sideplayer. I'm surprised DM's not playing the Widowmaker here for the Pacific.
They can't get to him right now. The Atlantic Division have been really protecting that backline, but now with Mano out of the picture, one of the bodyguards for Saya player has been removed for the next few seconds. Can they capitalize? Self-destruct thrown into the back of the point here by Space. No connection. Dogman. You got to get up pretty early in the day if you want to try and peek DM on McCree. Cruz was his next target, but looks like Mano just going to roll straight on through. He picks up the kill here. Point being captured as we speak, and Saya player will have to intervene from afar. He does straight away a headshot towards Twilight, Matt. That is mental.
Yeah, and they ended up using the nano boost onto Decay, but nobody's on the point. No, they just give up the ticks, and then they come back, and they're able to hold. So nice hold here.
9 final blows for Saya player right now.
And they don't even get the second tick, the Pacific Division. So you see the top of your screen, not able to keep the progress there. Very close. You will have a Deadeye here. Kind of, not really ult,
you do with it
but
here?
You have the Lucio Zen combo now for the Pacific Division. So, yeah, I mean, maybe you're going to try this left-hand side, try and get a Deadeye around towards the back of the point. Force him into that right corner. Nice pulse bomb there.
But DM can out Deadeye much more safely, without fear of getting picked off straight away by anyone.
Mono's got Primal, though.
Here it comes. Great way to buy some time here from Mano. Twilight's gone down here. Pacific lost another, and Slime falls now. The strike force from this Pacific Division have been silenced. And now they're trying to get out. Let's see if they can do that alive, because Prophet is trained on DM. It was Dogman to find a headshot from long range. Self-destruct here. That is so Space can get back in spec, and somehow Prophet gets caught by the blast.
Somehow, I think he thinks the game is over, and they're going to just end up taking it. Bumper goes back, gets an orb here. So they do trigger OT. And have to have Space come in and try and touch.
Meko, the lone sentinel here on the point, will keep it contested and give Space some troubles here, but Decay's gone in. He's found Dogman. Saya player strikes once more, though, and takes the head straight off Decay. Mano on the Doomfist, by the way, getting some work done. And there it is, a little bit of finesse, some flair from the Atlantic Division as their defense looks rock solid. And the Pacific Division have had a tough match so far, Matthew.
Yeah, it's been all Atlantic so far in the All-Star game. A good time for the Pacific to take point 1. Not able to take point B. We'll see Atlantic's offense after this.
Great news, guys. Upper Deck is releasing the first ever Overwatch League trading cards on June 19th. All-Star viewers can get a sneak peek and download 2 exclusive All-Star Hero cards with the QR code on your screen until midnight on May 17th. The first set celebrates Overwatch League's inaugural season and introduces an extensive achievement system. Keep building your collection to get exclusive avatars, limited edition cards, and other rare content. Find out more at upperdeckstore.com/OWL.
Quite the ruckus has been erupting on the map of Paris so far in this series. The Pacific Division, well, they bared their teeth on the attacking side and did not finish the map. They failed to capture point B. By the way, got some real stuff coming up. San Francisco Shock versus the Reign. We're going to be back on June the 6th, guys. That is going to be Stage 3 kicking off on Twitch, the ESPN app, Disney XD. What a great match with some ex-teammates as well going head-to-head.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got the Shock, right? You know, the golden stage, last stage, didn't drop a map. You ran through the playoff. And then Atlanta, you know, they end up their stage in Stage 2 by beating NYXL twice. So
in a row.
Yeah, now you give them some more time to gel. We'll see how it works out. Atlantic gonna go with, okay, so you get the solo tanking Orisa here on offense.
This is why Pudgeon was telling us to dive all the time in our talent match, man. This is all he wants to see here. And well, it looks pretty good on defense from the Pacific Division. Before Atlantic get a chance to set up, they are set upon by the Pacific.
I don't think you'll see this come out from the Atlantic again. Nope. They change up. The solo tanking Orisa strategy not going to work against Dive. So now you get to see Prophet play Genji. You know, it's kind of wild when you watch Prophet play. It's like every time it's like, oh, well, how good is this player on X hero, right? I think the only one you really like don't have his name come up is like Widowmaker. Like you don't really think of Prophet as a Widowmaker player, but like you talk about like, hey, his you know, Pharah, his Genji, his Zarya, Tracer. I mean, he is so good at so many heroes.
He is doing whatever he wants right now. Good healing being given to him, to be fair. Cruz sticking with him to make sure he gets value. Prophet now going to try and approach Bumper, who got a nano boost and was able to get in and get Dogman and get out. But he'll be able to survive for much longer is the question. Decay drops into the mix. But he goes for a deflect that doesn't really get him across the line. Dragonblade very close here for Prophet. One of our, I mean, Overwatch League champions, so you know this man has some respect on his name.
I mean, some of the stuff he did in the finals last year was just mental. I mean, I remember that game on Volskaya where he comes up with like a 6K, like playing Tracer.
I actually half fell over when I saw what he did on that map. It was like on my knees in the last moments. It was crazy. So much I love good Overwatch. There's Dragonblade from Prophet though. Nano boost just for good measure, although he probably doesn't really need the extra damage. He's got slashes to boot. He goes for it though, and that's it. Decay now going to try and reciprocate on the other side of the fence. He's found two already though. Two prolific Genji players from the days of old. By that I mean last year and prior. Meko's able to jump on here, and the Atlantic Division finally gets to move to the point to start capturing it. There are 3 players still close by from the Pacific Division.
So Space gonna launch in a self-destruct here. Is Saya, he'll trade his life for Slime, so that's pretty good as you're gonna come back on the respawn a bit faster.
You're closer.
Yeah, if you're the Atlantic Division, you get Cruz, your Lucio there as well. He'll get Sound Barrier. But you won't have to change up anything if you're the Atlantic Division. You have a pretty good advantage here going in towards our point B. Sound Barrier comes down. It seems like Mono and Co want to push on forward to get some kills before they take the point.
Twilight being chased down, but he got him health pack now. Mono's going to need a bit of backup. Slime's going to try and intervene and stop Meko from getting the kill. Somehow Twilight stays alive for as long as he did, and that is impressive, but he is run down. And the rest of the Atlantic team are able to deal with the remainders of the Pacific Division, except for this man, Bumper, who will never go quietly into the night, as we've discovered on many occasions. He'll try and hang in there now, getting rid of Dogman, almost removing Mecco. Look at that, he didn't even crouch. Such respect from these competitors.
So Dogman there and Cruz were able to keep themselves alive long enough. No, Bumper had a nano boost when he's like putting pressure on them in the back. And then he gets the Primal Rage and picks them up, but to be able to survive through that nano boost, good healing from both the supports keeping each other alive. And now you're in a position where you get a nano boost on the Prophet and he has a blade, and you close out what could be the map 3 here for Atlantic in our first to 4.
Nano boost here for Dogman, it goes on to Mecco, and I agree with that wholeheartedly. This man has caused so many problems for the Pacific Division over the course of this map, but it's Dogman to go down first. Bumper saw the source of the nano boost and opted to circumvent Mecco's Diva.
I don't think that was intentional.
Well, you're probably right, to be honest. You probably just wanted to kill a support player.
Don't know if that was intentional, the nano boost onto Mecco, because you had just gotten the Dragon Blade. But you did get Sound Barrier out. So you use your nano, you got Sound Barrier out. Now
you think Dogman was trying to give it to Prophet?
I thought so. And then, but now, I mean, you have a Blade and your own Sound Barrier. No sustain support ult for the other team, so nothing like, obviously the only thing they have would be is the Sound Barrier. So you don't have a Sound Barrier here to get yourselves through the Dragon Blade. You have a lot of ults to combine if you're the Atlantic. But they see each other, yeah.
Spotted immediately. Saya player wants to try and chase down. There was a Dragon Blade from Prophet. There is a lot going on, but this is what Dive Overwatch looks like. Nice D-suit there, but it's going to be a self-destruct, so Space can get back in the mech, and in his D-suited state, he headshots Prophet with the Bunny Blaster. Probably one of the most embarrassing ways to go down, but what can you do? Decay has an EMP here to try and slow the Atlantic Division's advance here. Dogman puts the man to bed, and now a self-destruct left in his nightstand. Well, I think Bumper needed a nightlight map, and he got one anyway.
Twilight uses the nano boost onto Space just to give him enough damage reduction to try and hold on the point, but this is looking like the Atlantic going to take this map.
Oh yeah, they're in struggle city, no doubt about it. Here's a drop onto the point though, Decay. Huge EMP, 5 players connected, and Bumper drops. He gets 2 as well. Prophet getting finished up. Now we'll try and stall this point out a little longer.
Here we go.
Yep, this is what we like to see. Bumper now on that merry-go-round. Space got a pulse from Bumper, almost got blown up by it too, but Saya Play is able to get the D-suit on Space, and Bumper is already taken down. Space trying to dart around the shield. Decay returns. Twilight draws a Bionic Field here. This might actually work out. Unbelievable.
Oh, they barely hold. I mean, you didn't see how much progress.
I mean, look, Pacific, you know, switch over to some more mobile heroes. There's some healing available from Soldier 76. They spawn much closer to the point. So as the fight goes longer, the more of an advantage that they do have. Still, 2 minutes and 9 seconds left for the Atlantic team to finish this map. And it was similarly close over on Kings Row. Atlantic only barely got it done.
And we'll see Prophet now on the 76. So he's going to try and chunk down some of these tanks. Get attack visor. You're going to need to get Space out of that mech, though, before you use that ultimate. So Saya player going to try and get on the point. Force the fight on. The Pacific has to play the point here.
That was it.
Nice.
Oh, Mecco's so clever. Defense Matrix cancels out. DM's Pulse Bomber now. It's a tactical visor from Prophet. Self-destruct from Space. Can he hide behind the mech? He can. What a brilliant... Oh, no! The Helix Rocket connects. Astounding work from Prophet. Gets Space off the map. Looked like you have another bite of the apple there, but no. No supper for you. And off the point went Slime. The Atlantic team take the 3rd map in this series. It's been a shutout thus far. And the Pacific Division have one more chance, just one more map to stop the Atlantic team from making this a clean sweep. We'll be back with that map in just a moment.
The Overwatch League is powered by Intel. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Gotcha. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Mika Burton, and I am here with Cruz and Dogman. And you guys, the Atlantic Division, are cleaning up. It's 3-0 right now. You must be feeling pretty great about that. But I got a few questions for you because we're all having fun this time. It's a fun weekend. Dogman, you picked up the mic to cast yesterday. How much fun was that, and what is it like being on the other side?
It was so much fun. I mean, I've casted before in the collegiate scene, but it's phenomenal. I love casting, and I love playing a little bit more, so I'm having a good time here, and I had a great time yesterday.
So what you're saying is we're not going to see the official Dogman casting career come out anytime soon?
Maybe not yet. I need to get better.
All right. I'm going to hold you to that. And Cruz, Stage 3 doesn't kick off for quite a bit until June 6th. So what are you and Paris Eternal doing in your free time?
I mean, just seeing LA, really. Just going around, like, seeing the sights and stuff like that. Just having a good time, really.
Well, are you going to go out shopping? Are you going to go get some nice lunch? Maybe treat yourself to a nice Parisian meal?
Yeah, after this easy win, I mean, yeah, I should, right? Like, good time.
That's true. After this easy win, I will go out and I will buy you a baguette. How about that? Yeah, all right. Well, that's all we have down here. I just realized I committed to buying someone food, and now I got to go get out my wallet. So while I go find my credit card, Mitch and Matt, back to you.
Well, thank you very much, Mika. I guess that's one way to get that bread, isn't it? Well, interesting there, just to to know that Cruz is going to hang out here for the stage break. It's not that long, I guess. It is the longest sort of break in the season. There's a chance.
It goes quick, though.
Yeah, there are a chance for a few of the players to head back to home countries and such. But before you know it, we'll be back here in the Blizzard Arena kicking off Stage 3. Matt, what are your thoughts so far in this match? We've definitely seen Atlantic be dominant. Any standout players?
Yeah, I mean, Atlantic's been crushing the entire time. I think their supports have been really strong on that map. Dogman and Cruz, guys we had on the stage, keeping each other alive. When Bumper's jumping on them in the back line, I thought they've done a really nice job. And I think Atlantic just came out way more prepared today.
Yeah, okay. Do you really think they prepared that much?
No.
No, they didn't prepare at all, really. They got together and they're going to have some fun playing Overwatch with their friends. We're just finding out a couple more things on the stage. Teams are deliberating. They're preparing, as you might put it. So we'll be back on the other side of this very short break.
The Overwatch League is powered by Intel. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Match point now for our Atlantic Division team here in the All-Star game, powered by Intel. Pacific Division have had no shortage of flashy players and flashy individuals, but Matt, they've just not been able to get the W's.
I mean, this lineup will look pretty strong for the Atlantic. Jonak comes in.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
wait a minute.
Yeah, Nene's coming in here. Yep, you can kind of see where this is going. You're going to have Animo in the game as well. As this is pretty much NYXL.
Collusion!
It's NYXL minus Libero plus Profit. We see OG come into the game here.
Oh, we love his OG.
Civic, Hacksaw comes on back in. You're going to have Decay stay in the game. Fleta as well come in
back
for
in
DM.
We're going to get some deadlifts on.
Fleta can play 2 maps in the All-Star game, but none for his team. Makes no sense. Yveltal comes in for Slime, and then
Shu.
You're also gonna have Shu in the game. So Shu, good to see him get some run here
Very
in the
nice.
All-Star game.
Let's get on that Shu train, fam.
But Pavane must have like a, Blazers and Warriors going on in the back. He saw his 3-point game in a third. He's like, let's throw NYXL out there. We can catch the whole
NYXL
fourth.
plus
Yeah,
Profit.
let's throw NYXL plus Profit out there. Let's get this sweet 4-0.
This is
He's got
rigged.
rigged. He's got a dinner reservation. You know, Mono probably going to hang out with Zed or something.
Yeah, he's going to head out to Vegas.
He's
you know what I mean?
he's got to
in the
get
bench.
out of here, right?
I feel that. I feel that. Dorado will be our 4th map of this series. And again, I reiterate, Pacific.
They could pull off the reverse sweeps.
They could. They could, Matt. They could pull off the hugest reverse sweep
that's ever been.
It would technically be, given it's in a first to 4.
If we go to a second halftime, would we have Bren versus Gesture again?
I don't have anything nice to say about that, so I'm not going to say anything.
Run it back. It's close.
Was not.
Maybe Bren can start from 2 and Gesture can start from 0 and we can play to 7.
What about Bren can start from the parking lot and Gesture can start on stage? In fact, he can stay in the parking lot. Atlantic Division now on defense there. We're going to be having double sniper, Matt. Double sniper with the dive element. So Mano and Meko.
Interesting that Profit's playing the Widowmaker and Nene playing the Hanzo. When Nene loves to play Widowmaker and Profit's a super sick Hanzo, but why not?
OG got a haircut coming out the door.
So the teamwork is going to be much better here for the Atlantic. Fleta going to be in a world of trouble here trying to play the... Ooh, nice shot there. Oh, okay.
That is so clean.
I don't even know why I even doubted that Profit wouldn't be a sick Widowmaker player.
Well...
Okay, well... All right, let's get Profit versus Bren. Let's get Profit versus Bren.
Profit there having a look over. And he spotted Fleta out. Decay now, though, is going to start to turn it on. Both snipers have been taken down for the Atlantic Division, so now already they've got all bark. Not much bite. Profit is brought back into the fray. Look at Decay just repositioning himself, trying to make himself unspottable as he changes up. Using the bubble now, of course, because there's one way.
It would be quite odd if basically NYXL would lose, with Profit here, would lose to just players who, none of them.
They are all from different
teams. On the same team, yep.
So we've got the Dallas Fuel.
That would be the most All-Stars thing, I think, imaginable.
Los Angeles Gladiators, Seoul Dynasty, Chengdu Hunters, and of course the Guangzhou Charge. Haksal down, Mono is looking mad. He wants some Mono-y Mono time here with Mr. Hanzo over. He's forced back. He's hoping to maybe chase down Shu, and okay, he's trying to make sure Shu's in a corner so he can juggle him a bit easier, but this is how this composition operates, Matt. They play this high ground with their tanks, they drop down, they get in the way, and then they let their snipers do the work, with Nene now having gone over to the Tracer.
Yes, Nene just getting the Tracer come back into the fight rather quickly. We haven't seen like a Brig played at all in this game, so I mean, you don't see Brig, you see a lot of Tracer. And... Oh, Jonak!
Good night, sweet prince!
Oh, never disappoints.
Tell you what, man. Time after time. Jonak initially rose to fame, by the way, from the Ana play, not his Zen play, even though that was what really defined his reputation in the first season of the Overwatch League. OG, where you going, son? All right. No, realizes he has no mercy to keep him up now. He wants to back away. He's hoping to catch. He got slept again there, by the way, for a brief moment. I tell you what, Jonak does not miss.
So now Haksal play Sombra. So I think the desperation's starting to set in. Okay, he goes back to Genji. So I was going to say desperation's setting in for the Pacific, trying to get a big EMP, push the cart, but OG now playing the Wrecking Ball. You still got Fleta up in the sky here.
Yeah, but you can see he has to play very conservatively around these corners. Cannot leave himself exposed for too long. He's going to try and use OG's initiation to jump in, and it works. Jonak couldn't do anything about it. He was too busy dealing with the very large spherical threat in front of him.
Yeah, OG does get slept during that, though. So, oh, man, Profit's dead. Yeah,
that concussive blast to send Fleta on a beeline for Profit, that was awesome.
But they've let Mono just, like, walk around and just kill people. So it's, like, kind of an even fight here. Is Mono going with the Primal Rage, trying to catch Fleta in midair. The cart, he's got to get back to the cart, yep.
Mano needs to juggle Fleta a little bit more if he's going to get the kill there. He might be in trouble here. Just trying to make himself scarce. He notices Haksal was low in the window, but he couldn't really assist. JJoNak's taken down now. OG will just punctuate the sentence there. And the Pacific Division have taken the first point on this map, although, in all fairness, it took them quite some time to do so.
Yeah, it was not easy.
It's a long map.
It was not easy. Yeah, now as we go into the second part of the map, a lot of high ground, so Prophet will play McCree. Interesting, playing the McCree into Widowmaker. This is something we saw really nobody do outside of us in the talent takedown.
What do you think?
I have strong feelings about McCree's Widowmaker.
Tell me, what you know,
when your Widowmaker goes McCree against the opposing team's Widowmaker, you've lost.
Would you say that was our Achilles heel, perhaps?
Possibly.
Haksal with the Dragonblade.
We had a lot of problems.
Yes, indeed. Haksal's Dragonblade gets cut short there by Prophet, so the McCree here looks fine. I mean, not really being played to sort of take down the Widow.
Our team just never used our scrim bucks properly.
Oh man, we had so much.
We got so many. We were looking so good.
Yeah, I used my scrim bucks to buy the Atlantic and Pacific All-Star skins. Legendary skins for 200 Overwatch League tokens. We didn't have any left after that, so I probably could have talked to the treasurer.
I don't know the conversion rate of tokens to scrim bucks, but...
Oh, so it's not great for scrim buck orders, but... Fleta.
Nobody cares about the payload. I mean, the payload's been...
I could have sworn Nene was actually going to go in there and try and pulse bomb the far end midair. Nene taken down by Decay here, and yeah, the payload hasn't really been doing a heck of a lot of moving so far. Fleta's able to find Mano here, and Meko really not paying him much attention. He didn't have the defense matrix left to eat up the barrage. And Prophet, oh, couple misses there, that hurts. As Yveltal flies down, not only gets the finish with the Caduceus Blaster, but a resurrect on Shu.
Yeah, a minute to go though. Atlantic still in a position to be able to hold on D. They'll have the Primal Rage. Prophet goes back to Widowmaker now. So he's going to play the Widow now into Genji, Tracer, and Pharah. So pretty difficult comp to play it in. JJoNak just gets up on the high ground, not even worried about the divers coming through.
Here's the problem now for the Pacific Division map. They've got to try and get a bit further on this map, but what are they working with? A Dragonblade? They don't have a Nano Boost to beef it up, and Mano. Pigs can't fly, but scientists can.
What are the chances Haksal doesn't get slept?
30 seconds remaining.
By JJoNak.
I'd say his odds of not getting slept are okay. I'd say they're like 60%.
Yeah, he's got JJoNak 6 sleeps here in the first half. Shu has got 1.
They can barely touch in time here.
And they have Sound Barrier, the Atlantic as well. It's looking pretty good for the Atlantic Division.
Decay to the payload first. This Pulse Bomb needs to be delivered efficiently. Around the backside here, looks like.
Touch the part, right? Okay, OG's on it.
They have the Wrecking Ball there. They want him to sort of be the focal point. Shu, though, has been zoned out in the back. He can't really do too much, but Decay gets rid of JJoNak. Both teams have gone for one another's honors to remove them from the fight. OG went for a minefield, got Prophet. Oh, it looks like he tried to send that Pulse Bomb airmail. Decay not connected, but they get the checkpoint anyway. The Atlantic Division were so transfixed on the backline of Pacific that they didn't realize what was happening right under their noses.
Yeah, they got Shu in the middle of nowhere, Mano. Nothing he could do from that position. They got Shu, he was like really far back, yet Mano and Meko jump right on top of him, so
here we
OG
go.
Play some Reinhardt, why not? This is a good old ladder composition. Oh no, they bring the Zarya in. Well, you don't know, you have to leave the voice chat and continue to play DPS. Decay obviously is not up on the diamond strategy.
Yeah, no, I think he's a little bit behind.
Hey, can anyone play Zarya for me? Just leave voice chat.
Pulse Bomb, no connection there. Attempt for a barrage now from Fleta, who was able to find Prophet before he even went up in the sky with that one. 2 kills for him. And a player advantage now for the Pacific Division. Well, Matt, there was one.
Was it a player advantage?
There was one for a brief period of time. Meko doing a heck of a lot of work so far in this map. I mean, this guy's insane. 5 final blows for him, so not as huge as prior. Mano's been doing most of the work, but that duo was scary.
Could you imagine if this is what NY... I mean, like, Libero is like a sick player as well, but like, you know, when you talk about Prophet, you're talking about like up there as one of the like top players in the league. I mean, this would be a really scary lineup.
Yeah, I mean, there's a world where that's absolutely an upgrade. It's definitely subjective, but here comes the Dragonblade. Haksal drops in. Animo is gone. He's headed for the hills, Haksal, and your dinner has gotten away. He'll have to content himself with sharpening the blade on the Reinhardt, but Prophet returns, gives him a pop on the back of the head and tells him to respect. his elders. Decay down now. Yveltal moving up to the point, but he is just a mercy, and they won't be able to touch. I would say that is quite a strong showing from our Atlantic Division once more.
OG's like, man, why'd the Atlantic roll this lineup out there? Like, it's hard enough when me with Dallas, we go against the NYXL. Now see the All-Star game with a bunch of players you've never played with before, outside of maybe like ranked or duo queuing or something.
Pavane's trap has been sprung. Lure them into a sense of it just being a fun show match and then hit him with the NYXL fist.
So, Pavane's pretty good for these All-Star competitions. What, did the Atlantic win last year? The show match? No, the Pacific one.
Yeah, last year, the Pacific one. Which show match?
The talent one.
Oh, Pacific one.
Pacific one. But the Atlantic, they won the game, and that's what matters. And they won in a very good position to win it again.
Yeah, we had the whole event scored out really, so you would earn points for winning for what team won certain events in the Atlantic Division. I'm pretty sure they won last year. Looks like this year, same might be happening once more. It's been a quiet one for Pacific. So the Atlantic Division now, their win condition is set. They need to push just as far as the Pacific Division have through this map. Now, it's very possible, especially if they get off to a good start. Nene on that Widowmaker, I mean, we haven't really seen it up until this point, and you know, I think that's a real shame. The guy is looking incredible.
Or is this the beginning of the reverse sweep for the Pacific Division? Can they take it to a 7th game? It could all start here. So you got the solo tanking Orisa, triple DPS with the Hanzo, Pharah, Widow combo. Yveltal on the Mercy trying to just damage boost everybody up. The Atlantic Division with a, I don't want to say a, you know, this is a closer to composition you would see than what the Pacific is running right now.
Nene wants to go around the backside here. You see his tanks have already gone up there to clear the way for him, so he can do this with confidence. Up on the roof there, Mano. Nicely done. In fact, he avoids any damage as he really drops down. Bubble was right there, and look at how quickly the Pacific Division have had to rotate. They actually couldn't even get any poke damage or trade. Maybe that'll change here as Shu is found Jonah.
So you lose your Ana. It's a large source of your healing, considering Jonak's got like 50%, 70% now towards his nano boost, so.
Jonak also has 66% of his team's healing. That's a lot.
A lot of damage boost coming down from Anima.
Scratching his head.
Oh, Mono lives.
Yep, he actually managed to jump high enough. It looks like Haksal was aiming at Meko there. Nene is causing some problems, man. The Land Division now starting to build up ahead of steam, and this man is the conductor.
I want to see a full-on die from this Atlantic Division team with Nene on Tracer and Prophet on Genji, and then these tanks. The Dragon comes in from Haksal, takes out Mono Prophet, and gets Meko as well.
Nano Hanzo!
Nano the Hanzo.
Okay, well.
Why not? The Nano comes when everyone essentially is dead. Ooh, that was violent.
Listen, guys. They've been sitting down for a while. They need to stretch up a little bit. Have a cup of tea. Whatever it takes to relax, get into it.
I love how people thought he was going to live.
Overwatch League is not an anime, sorry.
Or is it? Find out next episode.
I know the heroes don't always win. We saw that yesterday. Letter over the top, close to a barrage here, but gosh, where do you use it between Prophet deflecting it, Nene shooting him out of the sky? Mano slept for the second time in this round here, and Nene finds Decay once more. He is dominating on this Widowmaker spot, but Flatter is staying close to the ground. He's definitely learned from Icarus at least. He's getting a lot of damage done. This is not really the way you see the Pharah played, and Animo comes in with a Caduceus Blaster, tries to resurrect, is put to sleep. Pacific, they're holding.
Yeah, Mono probably would have used Primal Rage there, but he gets slept biotic grenaded. Then he decides not to pop that ultimate as he gotten all the way behind enemy lines. Would have been a pretty nice Primal. So Haksal with another Dragon Strike. We'll see OG with the halts, could like kind of combo, grab them all together. Prophet with the blade though, I mean. This is a good blade. This is a point take for Atlantic.
Nano boost there. You probably expected to go for Mano, but Mano's already used the Primal Rage hit. Oh. Prophet gets in there, Nano boost and blade, finds two. Jonak there to find Flatter in the sky with Shu out of the picture now. The healing has been severely limited on the side of the Pacific Division, and the cleanup is there. Finally, the Atlantic crew will get themselves this checkpoint.
So Flood is still alive. This pocket from Yveltal is just so strong. Now Flood is dead, which makes it very difficult for Yveltal to do much of anything on the Mercy, so it's taken out pretty quickly. OG over to Winston. Do you make any changes for Pacific? You don't have a flex tank player in the game. I know Decay and Fleta can both play Zarya.
This could be kind of hard for Nene to find a great place to set up here. He probably wants to go to the right-hand side, but Huxal will be probably waiting for him, and OG won't be too far. So I'm interested to see Nene's positioning here. Look at the angle of the Dragon Strike. Huxal can always see the outline of the payload there. That will force the Atlantic team away from the payload, but doesn't really find any kills. It wasn't combined with another ultimate to hold people in place. Prophet's dead, 100%. OG drops down there. Tesla Cannon finds the kill.
Yeah, it was a nice self-destruct from Meko, though. Open up some space. Mono gets really low, has to get back with the rest of the team. Is the high ground now controlled by the Pacific, but you see Mono just going up constantly on the Winston, putting some pressure on.
There it is. Nene was flanking. That was where Fleta went to try and get rid of the Widowmaker. Oh, there it is. OG sleeping. Ow! And he got nano boosted.
Yeah.
That is so rough. By the time he wakes up, the nano boost will pretty much have expired. Luckily, Decay is able to find the pressure valve here and find two, but the Atlantic Division want to keep going for this one. They have a Primal Rage Mono here. He's in a good position to do work, but with Shu coming back, you have to think, yeah, that's a sleep dart.
Yeah, but you had both support ults here used for the Pacific Division. So Mono not going to be able to make it out with his life, but both support ultimates used. Prophet with a Dragon Blade, Jonak with the Nano Boost. Expect those to be comboed.
Shu needs to hit a big sleep dart.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, did not do it last time.
It's almost too difficult to ask for from him, you know. That's why they're so remarkable when they do happen. And Prophet takes note of Shu's position.
Well, now they know where everybody is. So Infrasight comes in from Nene.
And Decay. Here's the blade. Prophet nano boosted here. Oh, we got Shu trapped away! And he chains it straight on into Decay. Now, it'll take him a little bit to cover this sort of gap, but I think he's happy enough with 2 kills now. Most of the ground forces are down, and OG... Prophet puts in a bet as well. A 3 for the Genji from the Atlantic Division in that fight. And that payload, you guessed it, it's moving.
Yeah, and Decay for stall here comes out onto Wrecking Ball, and well, actually, this is not really making any sense. Pacific is now switch OG off of main tank over to the Widowmaker.
OG has demanded an opportunity to prove himself.
Well, Decay gets one on the Wrecking Ball, so...
30 seconds remain here for Atlantic. They need to break through still. That huge nano blade that came out from Prophet may not have sealed the deal for them here. Animo desperately trying to go for a resurrect here, but the division of Atlantic are running out of gas. And there's 18 seconds left, and much as it was for the Pacific Division, Atlantic will have a chance to touch. That'll be it, just a chance.
Yeah, but you may have a nano blade here for the Pacific Division. Is who's going to be able to get a touch? Echo there? Underneath, maybe able to fly and get a touch on the cart. That's about it.
Does so. Touching that one, OG finds a big shot on Prophet there. Self-destruct Mecha needs to stay alive here and get back in the mech. Can he do it? No! Shu takes it down, and here comes the blade. Huxal looking to finish off Mono, who's got quite the big target. And there's no one else ready from the Atlantic Division around the point now. There's a recall already from Prophet's Tracer. He's not going to be able to get there, and it looks like the Pacific Division are going to be able to stay in this series. They've done it!
That'll be it. They get the hold. The Pacific Division gets on the board. They get a map win. The Atlantic, they look absolutely stunned as pretty much NYXL plus Prophet cannot get a win there on Dorado. So Pacific extend the series. They get a map. They're going to need a few more to get back in the series overall. We'll see you after this.
The Overwatch League is powered by Intel. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Finally, some signs of life from the Pacific Division here in our All-Star game powered by Intel. Matt, the Atlantic squad looked like they were pretty close to getting the job done, but they fizzled out. They had that Nanoblade combo. Prophet was in there. Wasn't enough.
If there was any combo of players you probably could have had, you would have felt the best about the team the Atlantic had out there, considering they're basically a full team.
5 NYXL players plus Prophet.
And they end up losing the map. So really odd there as Pacific does get 1 map win on the board. So subs all around is Poco. Oh, I think he hit the guy back there.
Yeah, Detective Poco Chu.
Violent Jonak, no reason to take him out. Carpe come in for Nene. So.
Oh wait, no, Nene said no.
Oh, wait,
that's my spot.
Nene's not really sure.
Drama.
Fusions. Nope, Nene's definitely out. Fusions, he'll come back in for Mono. Looks like it's your boy Arc out there. The main support role. Get Arc and Jonak back out there together. And then the big boss, rounding it out. Always good to see Pine come back.
I love it. Fantastic. And on the other side of things, we have subs in here as well. Amon's going to come in for OG. Do we get to see the Amon Wrecking Ball here? I mean, we've seen plenty of it, but I kind of just want to see more. Jinmu comes in for Haksal. Who else have we got? Sinatra comes in for Decay.
All right, so you get Sinatra in there. Maybe see some Zarya play potentially.
That's DM. He's back.
DM. Seems like the Pacific Division has decided to just throw 2 supports out there with a bunch of DPS players and see what happens. So Jaehong.
That is a good point.
Come in for Shu.
Well, I guess Amon is a tank back. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, well, he'll just play ball, or they'll make him play solo tank Orisa, like we just saw them do to OG. But it'll be interesting what map we see the Atlantic Division pick. So loser does pick maps. Thus far, it's just been the Pacific team losing. So
I want to play another game. I'm going to test your analysis brain just
so
a little
I
bit more.
I was 50.
I'll give you that. Here's your Wrecking Ball comparison.
Okay.
So one has way more players knocked back. That's probably pretty important. I don't know about air uptime percentage. A lot more damage here in Hammond A.
All right, so one of those is Amon.
Which one?
I would probably say the left one.
Hammond A.
Ooh, Hammond.
Who's Hammond B? Decent.
I'm trying to think.
You got about 10 seconds.
Decent amount of playtime on it. Give me Gamsu.
Gamsu. Sorry, Hammond A.
Yeah, give me Amon and Gamsu.
Ooh, not bad. Mano, actually, on the Wrecking Ball. Now, I don't really know how much playtime he's got, but there you go. So, Matt, you're at 500 so far, so I wouldn't be too upset about that. You definitely knew that Amon had the big numbers.
And the last one I got was, Fury. I didn't get the second one.
Yeah.
I believe Meko. So I see his trend. Production just throwing 1 NYXL player in here, and then somebody randomly from the Pacific Division. So well, I'm sure I'll get the next one, right?
I don't know if that is the case with that one. I'm pretty sure Amon is the benchmark for Wrecking Ball players, but we digress. Our next map is going to be Busan, which is going to be fun. A control map here. I love playing on control maps. I think Ilios was where he really made his debut, at least on the Overwatch League scene. Prior to that, he was definitely respected as a hit scan player. But again, Widowmaker is an option for him here. The McCree looks like he'll be going in one of those 2 directions.
Maybe Sinatra will pull out the Reaper. Malik probably freaking out in the back.
No, he loves Reaper, dog.
Reaper, Reaper's not very good right now.
I was wondering how you would cotton wrap that one.
Hey, everybody loves a little bit of Reaper. I think season 1 of competitive play.
Danny's actually a big Reaper player as well.
I played a ton of Reaper. I mean, yep. Hey, what's going on? Haven't seen you in a while.
So now Reaper teleports much quicker. The animation is faster and invulnerable for more of it. So he's much better at getting across the map. You can see a great example of that there. Sinatra just dips straight into combat with Shadow Step.
His composition's nasty against tanks. Doomfist Reaper with a Tracer in there.
Yeah. And a composition with our D.Va as well. You know, Jaehong's going to be able to get a lot of healing here while staying safely out of range of tanks by using that Biotic Grasp. Oh, wow. That is not nice from Sinatra.
So the Atlantic making some changes already. It's,
again, just limpering up, guys. Just making sure he's warmed up. He's been sat on the bench for a bit.
Poco's going to play some Sombra here, so you bring Pine on. He'll play McCree. And Jonak, just way too easy of a dive target playing Zenyatta, so he'll play Ana now. So he'll be able to hit those sleeps, biotic grenades, and we get a look at Fusion's Wrecking Ball going up against Amon.
Yveltal actually has the legendary skin on. I just noticed that. That's cool. Amon moves in there, but he was hacked. Oh dear! Nothing he could do. Poco shut him down. Carpe with 2 on the Tracer. And you best believe he's looking for more. Sinatra might be that target, and yes it is. a running riot in this fight. Carpe tried to predict the blink there from Diem, I think, and those two going head-to-head. As are old friends from way back in the days. Obviously, if you look at their names, they came up with it together.
Yeah. It would have been nice to see them in the Widowmaker 1v1 against each other.
Hey, they're battling Traces right now. That's not a bad alternative. Here's a big EMP. Jinmu's forced back. He cannot do anything right now on the Doom Fist, and Diem goes down to Carpe. Sinatraa. Now, Reaper, when he's hacked, can still do quite a lot. Yeah. His primary fire is still his most important resource. Not impressed, is Pine.
Yeah, Reaper's one of the few heroes against like EMPs and hacks and Sombras. Actually still quite relevant, can still do a lot without his abilities.
You just can't use Wraith form to get away.
Well, I mean, the issue is that Jinmu on Doomfist and Eamon on the ball are really, you know, put in a hard spot without any of their abilities, right? It's really sad, yeah.
All right, Eamon almost goes down there. Pine's Deadeye claims Yveltal from across the map. Yeah, Eamon was low enough, so the follow-up damage was definitely there. Jinmu, interesting there. Yeah. Meteor strikes onto the top of the map.
And I'm sure the Pacific Division, they're discussing how to put Sinatraa in the best possible position to land one of those huge Death Blossoms.
Well, you have options, right? The Atlantic Division don't have shields. They don't have a defense matrix.
Stop.
They have the sound barrier, right?
Stop yourself. He'll start to die, then he'll get flashbanged, and then he'll be killed.
Carpe.
Or he'll get slept. A million things could happen. Here it is.
There it is.
Die.
Oh, he got flashed. Yep. Yeah, well, you hate to see it.
Die.
It's press Q to respawn, is what it's called. Carpe goes in, gets himself a pulse bomb kill as Yveltal goes skirting over the top of him. Pine, this is a tough one. Oh, he hit the headshot. Okay, DM made to sweat there. All he needed was one more hit anywhere and it would have cleaned him up. But the Atlantic Division at 99%. Pacific finally able to regain control.
Yeah, big EMP though. That could come in next fight. So now Sinatraa onto the Hog. Did have fusions get hacked there by Jinmu, so Eamon gonna get a little bit aggressive.
What?
That was filthy.
I will have to assume that Jinmu was visible to him at the time he took the shot, but that was such a pixel that he hit. Pine trying to go for the Deadeye here. A quick kill on Jaehong would save him a lot of time as Moira is a little bit slippery. He's waiting for a flashbang. He does see the rotation from Jaehong, and Pine is going to chill. Okay, fair enough. Not sure what that was about. First round going to go over to the Atlantic Division. This is a best of 3 inside this map, so Pacific must win the next to stay in the series.
Jaehong looking focused.
What about his hair, though? I do love that. He's natural, relaxed.
Yeah, it's growing out a little longer.
It was very long, actually, at the start of this season.
Oh, yeah. Do you think we see Reaper again?
I hope not. You see that Sinatraa Doomfist again, the patented...
Yep, the legendary Sinatraa Fist. Arc on the Brigitte here. Okay, nope. Gonna go play Lucio.
Do we see Xayah Wrecking Ball for Pacific Division? We do. Okay, this
why not?
So Diem opts out of the grudge match against his old mate. Fair enough. Trying to win. Respect it.
Oh, now they got the big boss, the Widowmaker.
It is Pine time once more. Tough angle, really, for Widow to get much done. You see, Pine, very twitchy player.
Yeah. His mouse pad's so small.
Yeah, he has very high sensitivity. Eamon tries to drop in. Pine knows there is a headshot hitbox there to be hitting, but not enough damage. Not quick enough anyway. It's a 1-for-1 though. Sinatraa went down to Poco, was probably able to hack him in midair. And Jinmu will keep a respectful distance from a lot of the haymakers that are being flung inside this corner of the map.
Yeah, Fusion's hit a pretty nice pile driver though. He's able to get a decent amount of ult charge as Wrecking Ball just running on through. He actually gets punched back into his supports there. So Pine off of the Widowmaker, now play some McCree.
Fusions has ult now, Matt, from another big pile drive. Pine goes down. Jinmu actually challenges that one here, and he's going to go for the Nano Blade. Got Nano boosted.
Nano Lucio here as well.
That's it's canon now. We can't really do anything about that. That's not ideal. Pacific Division likely to remain in control of the point.
Atlantic does have some ultimates though. Come back. Got Sound Barrier, you got EMP. Yveltal got a Sound Barrier for the Pacific, but The EMP comes out after that. It'll completely remove the effects of the sound barrier. Comes before it, you can't even use it. So, in a tough spot.
Amon close to a minefield here. An EMP on the ground though. Catches 4. Poker got by the grenade, but I think if you ask him, he'll say it was entirely worthwhile. Amon will stall here with a sound barrier now for the Pacific Division.
Wait, they want to, okay. I mean, hey, it's the All-Star game. 3v6 sound barrier, why not?
Yeah, I'm
Go
not really
for
sure
it.
about that one. And now they're going to be all caught in the corner. Eventually, Amon was removed, and Carpe just doing aerobics. That's right.
Yep. Getting those good melees in.
That's right. Just doing some really high repetition squats. Where you going, Sinatraa?
I'm not thinking, he doesn't really know, yeah.
Nowhere in particular. Deadeye came out immediately for Pine. Oh, slept! And of course, it is none other than Jayhog that interrupts the Deadeye, puts Pine to bed. The Pacific Division still in the lead, but they're not in control of the point right now, and DMD could be in trouble here. Has to bubble himself pretty quickly.
Oh, there you go, good grab.
It's a Graviton Surge that I find very questionable.
Maybe he was trying to catch Carpe in it. Throw it down on the ground.
Why not just throw a net, Matt?
You could have decided to throw it at the...
I mean, you don't even need a super rod. An old rod will do it for you.
Could have thrown it at both supports and Pine. But did not decide to do so. Oh, the Sinatraa Reinhardt. This is a good pick.
This is actually nutty. I think we saw this last All-Stars, right?
No, I think it was it World Cup that we saw?
Yes. Sinatraa played Ryan.
Either Ryan or Winston.
Puma played Winston. They actually played Winston and Ryan because Winston at the time was doing a ton of damage when he landed on people and in Primal Rage, I think. Like a lot of damage, I think, like an inordinate amount. Not the case anymore, but Sinatraa still fancies trying to get his team back into this game. 71% for the Atlantic Division, and a face-off for the ages. Oh my, man, so fast. Oh! Well, yeah, that's kind of how I expected it to go, really. Sinatraa.
Right now, Sinatra's going to have to lay the big damage down here for, okay, now going to play some Widowmaker here, maybe just trying to get a pick at the end.
It's now or never, Matt. This is how the Pacific Division stays
for Poco
in this series. Otherwise, our All-Star game, powered by Intel, will go to the Atlantic Division. Time is ticking down, and it's 98%. Amon is the first to challenge. Maybe it is a last stand for him, as he may be knocked off the point. No, he's able to avoid that one, but the EMP does connect, and that's it! Okay, an interesting climax to an interesting series. The very best of the best in the Overwatch League show up to show us their most ridiculous picks, but in the end, it is the Atlantic Division who prevail.
Yeah, the Pacific Division, they all just kind of looked at each other, started laughing there. Don't think anyone really knew who was supposed to get on the point. Sound barrier completely removed there by Poco's EMP. Saved the game for the Atlantic.
Well, well, well. I mean, that previous map, Dorado, of course, was where we saw some signs of life for the Pacific Division, but Pine coming back in, the McCree looked very good. The Sinatraa Reinhardt, questionable at best. But we've seen these players over many different events over the last couple of days, and what a fantastic way to cap off Stage 2 and see the very best in the league go at it on stage for some fun. It's been a pleasure to be here. I'm Mitch Leslie, Matt Morello. We're going to head down now to Golden Boy to wrap things up on the stage.
Thank you so much, fellas. Yes, Golden Boy down here with Danny Lim. We also are going to be joined by our Atlantic players. We got Fusions. We also have the incomparable Pine. Guys, give it up for the Atlantic team. Taking the dub. All right, Pine, my friend, we're going to start with you. We have, oh, hello. Nailed it. Fist bump, fist bump. There you go. That's what's up. He's been to New York a few times. Okay. We haven't seen you in a little while. It was great to see you on the stage once again. How did it feel to come out, play Widowmaker, have a good time? Did you enjoy yourself?
굉장히 오랜만에 경기를 뛰시는 것 같아요. 많은 분들이 파인 선수를 많이 보고 싶어하지 않았나 싶습니다. 파인 선수 이렇게 오랜만에 경기를 뛰게 되고 또 올스타전에서 또 원래 잘하시는 또 위도우나 또 이런 딜러들을 딜러 위주로 많이 플레이를 보여주셨는데 좀 어떠셨나요?
일단은
You're not getting away with that. You're not getting away with that. Okay.
일단은 좀 오버워치를 처음 했던 느낌인 것 같았어요. 그러니까 어떤 느낌이냐면은 뭔가 좀 전 메타에는 좀 하기 힘들었는데 이번에 올스타 뛸 때는 뭔가 좀 시원했고 애들이 한 방에 한 방에 죽으니까 좀 뭔가 좀 하는 것도 재밌고 보는 것도 재밌었어요.
But it really felt like I was back in the old days. The previous meta, or the meta that we're in right now, I was struggling a lot. And as a DPS player, it's a lot difficult in this meta. But in All-Stars, playing this game on stage, flexing on the characters that I'm really good at, it just really felt good because I was getting the kills one by one. So it was really great.
Awesome. He was feeling himself so much he tried to grab the mic from Danny. All right, that's what's up. All right, Fusions, my man, you had quite the motley crew here of players. You're typically a shot caller. You're pretty vocal, pretty loud. Did you get a chance to do that here? How was it playing with these guys?
I mean, kinda. I mean, it's more about just, you know, having fun, showing what the players can do, playing these like comps. And like Pine said, it was kind of nostalgic. It was a lot of fun playing these comps. I mean, I never played this sort of stuff in L myself, so playing with these players is like crazy. It's sort of a bit overwhelming, but yeah, it was crazy fun.
I was going to ask you what one of your highlights of the day was. Maybe it was standing behind Bren, watching him get obliterated by Gesture. But I think that goes without saying, right?
Yeah, I mean, that and sitting in the dugout listening to the comms of the 5 NYXL and Profit play, that was hilarious. Like, those guys are having so much fun on the stage. It's, yeah, incredible.
It's a good time here, guys. Once again, give it up for the Atlantic Division. They are your champions, and that is going to do it for us here. Big thank you to everyone for joining us here today. What a great time it was. We had a blast. We saw some great games. We had some hilarious moments. Stick around for Watchpoint on Twitch, and thank you so much to those who joined us on ESPN News. I'm Golden Boy along with Danny Lim. We'll see you next time.
The Overwatch League is powered by Intel. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.